So beg your pardon. I'm just trying to make sure everything is working as it should. I know it does go off sometimes, so just bear with me. I know it may seem a little bit off, but it is. We are aiming to provide you with updates as and when we get things, because it's very important that we do so. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just 1 second. Make sure everything in the right place. Okay, there's a little bit there. Okay. So can you see all right? Thank you very much. I'll be back shortly. I'm just trying to sort a few things out. Actually, I'm going to leave that here because I'm not going to use that much. I'm going to be using this one. Greetings and welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, we're going to go live. We're going to go live. I hope you can see me. Greetings and welcome. So we're going to go live. We want to get to 8,000 likes. Let's get to 8,000 likes. Yeah. So greetings and welcome. Welcome to Citizen AOI, the platform where we speak truth to power. We're going to try and go as long as we can. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Help us grow the platform. You're listening to Citizen AOI, the platform where we speak truth to power. I know it's been a bit, I've been away for some time. So, yeah, you might not have seen me, but thank you very much. Thank you to you all. It's just been, sometimes life you have to get on with doing one or two things. So it's been fairly hectic. Just give me 1 second. I'm just going to check something. I'll be right back. Right back. Okay. So I'll check that something is in place. Then we can get back to it. Okay. Yeah. Here we are. Greetings and welcome. Welcome to Citizen OI, the platform where we speak truth to power. We really do appreciate you for joining. It's been a minute since Friday, and I've been meaning to come back in, but it's just been one thing or the other trying to do, and life happens and you have to do what you can. So let's get to 8,000 likes on here as we're watching. Let's get to 8,000 likes. Thank you very much. It'd be great to get to 8,000 likes, and then we begin. So as you're watching, you know what to do. Please help us by sharing the broadcast. Help us reach more people. There's so much to talk about. And of course, those three men behind us, they're doing us proud. And there's things that we really want to touch on. But if you can, join us, share the broadcast, reach more and more people. Tap the screen, tap and share. I don't know what's happened there. So beg your pardon. I've got a picture thing above my head. Something has happened to my broadcast and I don't quite know how to fix it. So just bear with me when you see it. It's not that I'm just trying to make it work, but it's not quite the way I planned it. Oops, sorry about that. Whoa, what was that noise? So, yeah, but anyway, we will be adjusting things as we go along. We'll try and do what we can. Sorry. Just want to make sure you can take it, but I can't see anything else at the minute. Okay. But anyway, so we're here, which is the most important thing. Please share. Tap the screen as you're watching. Tap and share. We really do need that support. The more you tap, and share, the better it is. It is very important for us, and we are very grateful for your support. It is really important that we do continue to get that support. And so please continue to tap and share. Tap the screen, tap, share. Let us reach more people. Let us make sure we are going as far as we can to get all the people to join us. It's very, very important. And we're grateful for your support. So it's very important. So continue to share. I'm not quite sure, so beg your pardon. I'm still not fully familiar with the screen. There are some things I'm seeing on the screen and it changes somewhat. So I'm trying to adjust it to how it was. Something has happened on the screen, but we will do our level best to get it as best as we can. Is that it? I think it is there. Okay. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, something is. I really do need to be able to see what is being said and who are joining, and I cannot see that. I may have to go and come back because I cannot see anybody on the screen right now, and I can't believe this is happening today of all days. So let me see. Is that portrait? Is it? Yeah, it is portrait. Just bear with me, please. We're trying to. So tap the screen and share. Tap and share. I may have to be looking another way. I'm not too sure how to do this today. This is really proving tricky today. I don't know. We will get there somehow. Okay, let me see. Is that it? I'm trying to get there's some problems with this link today. It seems to be seem to be having some sort of a connection issue here. I'm sure you can hear me and see me, but I cannot go back. Okay. Okay, here we are. Good. I think I've got it now. Yeah, we will just leave with that until I can sort the other one out. That's better. Okay, good, good, good. Now I can see people can see me. Before I couldn't see you, and it was a bit like, whoa, where's everybody? And and I was like very concerned about that. But at least you can see me now. So welcome, welcome, welcome. You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. There's a lot we want to talk about. We're going to talk about the GoFundMe. We will talk about, and tap the screen as you're sharing. Tap, tap, tap. And let us get to 8,000 likes before we begin. Let's get to 8,000 likes. I would really like that. Liz, greetings and welcome. CB, greetings. Bozaziyona, welcome. Chaudhry, Carlo, many people. I'm going to try and share the broadcast as I'm here as well. So if you're watching, please do share it. Endeavor to share. There's a lot that we want to talk about, but obviously we have to make sure it all, fits in and everything else. So let me make sure I'm doing it this way. So there. I'm trying to send this to as many people as possible, and we want to grow the platform, obviously, because it's very important that we do so. And I want to say thank you to all of you who are following us and those who are subscribers. We are having a growing list of subscribers, and it is really great to have you join us. I'm really, grateful for that support. It is very important, and we really are grateful. So please continue to share. Sometimes when you want to do a few things, you might have a few hurdles here and there, and you find that you have to adjust as best as you can. So that's what we're doing. So let us crack on. Let us crack on with that so you can see it. Okay, so please tap the screen. Come on, let's get to 8,000 likes on the broadcast. It'd be good to get to 8,000 likes. There's so much to talk about. Those three men, let me take the picture. We're going to talk about sovereignty, authority, and power over your land, your Alkebulan. That is the single most important thing we must all know. You see, without that knowledge, those who have been oppressing us, they have been using that as a thing to really oppress and hold Africa down. Without the knowledge of our rights as sovereigns over our land, those who oppress, who are manipulating and controlling the African continent, continue to do so. And unfortunately, the puppets are not any what do you call it? The puppets are not really in control of what is going on. The puppets are just very much what's the word? They are only following orders. And that is why the puppets, let us understand something. So those you call leaders on the African continent, they are mere puppets. They are mere puppets. Please share the broadcast. Let us go as far as we can. You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. So, see that? The platform where we speak truth to power. The platform where we speak truth to power. The platform where we speak truth to power. You know, it is very important to understand that, you know, our role here is to raise awareness. If you can subscribe to us, Citizen Network, the platform where we speak truth to power, we are truly grateful. And we're grateful for those of you who are following us right now. There is a lot of work to do. Many of you know I've spoken about, I will come and talk about it. I've spoken about the work we're doing behind the scenes right now to actually find out the costings, you know, to get costings in place for a given area, how much it will cost for getting documentation in place, you know, and also how to get the personnel and the documentation in place and the training. And that would be done, obviously, to train or to teach people about how to use those things. We'll be doing that, you know, myself and others will join in to teach people how to actually exercise their rights over their land. And that's what we're trying to achieve. Beg your pardon, I still have a bit of a cold, but never mind, we'll carry on. And that's another thing why I've not been able to come back consistently. In the winter months, it does get a bit difficult. Please do share this broadcast. There's about, you know, a few people watching, and that's great, but we want it to be more than just watching. We want interactive action. So when you're watching, you're sharing. When you're watching, you're communicating, you're talking to people about it. And of course, like I said, we have the song, which I will sing. It's called How Long Will I Go to Suffer? It's on iTunes, it's on Spotify. That's why you see it on the screen there. Let me quickly show you. I want you to see that. So we got the GoFundMe for the hoodie and a beanie, you know, admin.hoodie.org and paypalme.org, you know, put the payments there, and then we'll get in touch with you about how much, when, how soon, and all that. We endeavor to make it a quick turnaround, but if there's any delays, of course, we'll let you know. But the plan is to really get that going. And of course, here you go. You got the song, How Long Will I Go to Suffer? You can just take a copy of this. You can take a screenshot of this, copy the link there for Apple or for Spotify, whichever one, and you can download the song. This is all designed to actually help us in what we're doing. So how are we doing for tapping the screen? Oh, we have not made 1,000 yet. Come on, we need to get to 1,000. So we got how many minutes? I want to be ready in about literally 18 minutes. I want to hit 8,000 likes in literally within the next 18 minutes. Because I intend to start within the next 18 minutes. And it's very important that we do so. I've got some good news about some things. So the topic that you will hear us talk about, let us go through that before we start. Let us go through the topic. And that doesn't mean it's the only thing we talk about, but we will always find a way to mention Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, Assimi Goïta of Mali, and General Chiani. Like I said, they are doing the work we need to do to wake our people up. They are letting us know that as Africans, we must stand up. And that is linked to why I need you to understand that you are sovereign, that you have authority and power. Those words are words you're going to hear me say over and over. Sovereignty, authority, and power over your land. Your Alkebulan. It is yours. No God from somewhere. There's nobody from outside that give you that. It is yours. It is your birthright. And I say it unapologetically. Sorry, as an African, whoa, no sound. Oh gosh, no sound. Okay, no sound. Problem, no sound. I hear sound here. Okay, let me go and come back. I cannot believe this. No sound. Okay, let me sort that out. I'll check it again. Thank you. Let me just check. So no sound. Let me just check again. Hopefully it will work. Select microphone. Okay. Add. Turn on now. Okay. Yeah, I think you can hear me now. Sorry about that. Yes, thank you for that. Yes, you can hear me now. Thank you. I was talking away. So please tap the screen. Greetings and welcome. We are listening to Citizen AY. Thank you for naming Omati Matt. Thank you for that. I was trapping away. I couldn't hear, and I forgot the screen wasn't moving. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Let me just make sure I check. You can hear the music as well. I want to test something out. Yeah, you can hear that. Okay. So, Matimate. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. I'm really glad. And thanks for communicating. And that's one of the things. If you do know that you can, if you hear that I can, you don't hear me, just put no, no sound. I'm really grateful for that. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure, and I'm really glad for that interaction. Sometimes when I'm fixing when I'm working with in the studio, there are a lot of things that I'm doing behind the scenes to try and make everything ready, and to try and focus on things. So sometimes I will miss that. But thank you so much, Matimate 22, Matima 822. Thank you so much. So thank you so much. Welcome. You are listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth about. And thank you for those of you who are just joining us. I would like to get to 8,000 likes. I've got about 14 minutes or so before I start the program, but I always like to talk about things. As an African, we need to know, as melanated people around the world, it is important that we begin to let ourselves know that on our soil, we are sovereigns. We are the sovereigns. Nobody else can be a sovereign on our soil. That is why in every community on the African continent, our task is simple. We need you to know whether if you're born in the village, in the town, wherever you are born on the African continent, we need you to know in your local language that you are sovereign, that you have authority, and you have power. Those three things are very, very important. So please do endeavor to share that message. Let us get to as many people as possible. Let us make sure that we begin to empower our people. For too long, we have been they've used religions of Islam and Christianity to actually enslave and literally take away our birthright. And we must connect back to the soil. Our language, our culture, our food, our land belongs to us. And we need to encourage our children to know that that land is theirs. I will talk about something recently that's happened just a few days ago, and that's why you will hear me. Let us go into the topics that we'll talk about. We'll talk about. Let me make that bigger. Then we can then begin. So the topics we'll be covering today is this. Let me show you. Did you know that the first plane was built by a black man? Did you know that? We're going to talk about that today. The next section is an interaction that happened. So please tap the screen. Let's get to 8,000. Tap the screen. Let us get to 8,000 likes. Tap, tap, tap away. And we've got about 12 minutes left. So tap away. We should be able to get to 8,000 likes before we begin the broadcast. 8,000. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me say thank you for that. I'm following you also, Matima, and thank you. You really did, what you did there is very, very important, and I'm so grateful for that. Thanks so much. I'm going to try and pop one more thing on it. Okay. So let me see that works. I hope so. Yeah. Okay. So, Fashion G8, greetings and welcome. As you're watching, please endeavor to share. You are listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. This is a platform aimed at giving information to Africans to empower us. And of course, we'll share some news as we get it. Briefly, I will talk about BRICS. There was a big thing that happened yesterday. I'm going to play a video about it. BRICS have actually begun their own system now, their own financial systems. And I managed to see a video where they were actually talking about Putin was there, South Africa was there, all of Iran was there, and they were planning, they've actually launched an alternative financial system. BRICS is essentially an alternative financial system. Now, the thing with BRICS is that BRICS promotes the people and all of the currencies to have value. And for the currency to have value, it is often linked to what those currencies the resources in those countries. Whereas the IMF and the World Bank don't want you to, they don't even come, they don't link your currency to your resources. They just say you need financing, and then when they give you the finance, when you can't pay, they now start taking your resources. That is the game plan. I'll see if I can play a video of John Perkins. I'll see if I can get that video out. If not, we will come back again and talk more about it. But I want you to see that anyway. So let me just keep this going. So greetings. If you're joining us on YouTube, do welcome as well. So we will talk about, if I can, I'll play it. But if not, I'll do that another time. So that's what we want to, another thing. Now, update on GoFundMe. We will go into detail about the GoFundMe. I'm probably going to do a little bit at the beginning, then I'm going to do a bit more at the end. And also, continuation of the constitution of 54 African countries and how you can help. When I meant to say continuation of the translation of the constitution of 54 African countries and how you can help. All of us, this is a task for all of us. It is not about just one person. It's about all of us now. How can we assist? How can we facilitate this? What can we do to make this thing, to make it impactful? These are the questions and suggestions that we have. So I've talked about the BRICS. I've talked about the fact that the BRICS, they are now an alternative financial structure for around the world. And ultimately, the goal for us as Africans is to actually have one currency across the whole of Africa. AES are working on something whereby they're going to have one currency for the Alliance of Sahel states, so they can trade among themselves, and they keep the resources and they benefit for themselves. We are going to Africa. We'll have to come up with a plan whereby we ensure that there is free movement for people, free trade among Africans. Right now, the resources of Africa is going out of Africa, and the trade goes straight out of Africa and not among Africans. We're not trading among ourselves. 3,000 likes. Thank you very much. 3,000 likes. Let's keep it going. So I'm giving this information to you. There is so much to cover, but it is so much. Do you know the name of the man, the black man that built the plane? Do you know his name? We will talk about his name. I might even do a small video and I'll show you a bit more. There are so much things that have been hidden from all of us. There is so much that's been hidden. So let us continue to tap over 3,000 likes. Thank you very much for that, for the likes. Thank you very much. As you're coming in, share the broadcast. You are listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I still have a bit of a cold, so my throat goes off now and then. I'm going to try and sing. I don't know if I will probably do that, but I will play the song. But that is the song that in the picture there. I'll just make sure that you see that. In the picture there, I have this song out. It's called "How Long Una Go Dey Suffer." We just updated the picture with the song. So, and it's Citizen AY. What you see me wearing. All of this is to raise awareness. We need to promote all things African as Africans among ourselves, in our communities. Empower ourselves to know our rights and be able to use those rights to actually begin to exercise our sovereignty, because we are sovereigns on the African continent. In fact, all over the entire world, in many parts of the world, we are the sovereigns, but many of us don't know it. But anyway, for the purposes of what I'm doing right now, on the African continent, we need Africans to know their rights in their local language. So what I've done, I will come and talk about that. There is a documentation that I've done in one particular language, currently Yoruba language, where the key sections of the Nigerian Constitution, for example, are in local language. And that means that the people are able to know their rights in their local language, to know that they're sovereigns, that they have authority and they have power. And those three words, sovereign, in Yoruba language means Oba Alashe, authority means Ashe, and then finally power means Agbara. So now the people will now know those three words in their own language, and they can connect it to themselves. So that is the connection between the people and the land. with what has been going on now, with all of this religious nonsense and the lies that have been told about ourselves, many of us, we've been separated from the land, as intended by the colonials. Cecil Rhodes said, "Keep Africans off my land." But Cecil Rhodes come from Hertfordshire in the UK here. He's not from Africa. His birthplace is in Hertfordshire, in the UK. You know, Bishop Stortford, to be precise. That is where Cecil Rhodes was born. So to lay claim, for him to lay claim to any part of Africa, for as he's been doing, and that has been what the basis on which they now lay claim. Many people, you know, say Europeans go to South Africa and say, I'm South African. No, you're not. I'm just straight facts. It is not being straight facts. You're not. You can never be. You are European. You have a connection with your ancestors in Europe. That is your first place. If you lay claim to a land in Africa, then you are also now trying to claim right to two places. And the people, and this is why this knowledge of knowing that we are sovereigns and we have authority and we have power over our land in our language is very important, because a lot of people now believe that whatever the colonials tell us is the gospel. No, we can no longer trust that. And they've used that Bible to make us believe everything they tell us. We need to wake up from the brainwashing, the Bible and the Quran. Did you know also that the Islam actually was the first religion that was used to actually indoctrinate and enslave Africans? Yes. In the 7th century, Islam came to Africa after having heard about Mansa Musa and the riches that he had. So the Arabs wanted a cut. So they started saying, "Oh, we'll come back with you." And when they got back, they devised a plan. I suspect the religion of Islam actually came from Africa as well. There are indications that it actually came from Africa. But what they did was they then took apart some things and made it specific for them to be able to control the African continent. And then they said to those who are going to be doing it that, look, for you to be part in Islam, to follow Islam, you have to give yourself to Allah. Give everything you have to Allah. So whilst many of the Africans were giving themselves to Allah and everything else, the resources was being carted away. They were being enslaved from the 7th century. We need to know this very, very much. Please share, tap, 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 tap. The number is not going up. How are we doing on it? We want to get to 8,000 likes before we begin. 8,000 likes. I'd really like to get to 8,000 likes before we begin, and I'd really like your support. We got about 3 minutes before. I'm looking at about 3 minutes or so, and I would like to get to 8,000. Can we do that, please? I'd really be grateful. So tap away, share the screen. And also, I'd like you to consider subscribing to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. It's really important that we do everything we can to share a very important platform like this. As you see, many of us are beginning to wake up and realizing that the media, the mainstream media, is actually engaged in 24/7 psychological war. Yes, you heard me right. They are engaged in 24/7 psychological war against Africans on the African continent. The messaging and everything that they put in are messages designed to ensure that Africans are disempowered on their continent, and they actually continue to believe in the structures that the colonials imposed on Africans. So when you look at the mainstream media, BBC, CNN, France 24, DW, Al Jazeera, all of those medias, they have only one aim: to ensure that Africans psychologically never, become one, to keep Africa divided, to ensure that so many different things prevent the unity of Africa. So apart from the military weapons that are being imposed and used forcefully on the African continent by the colonials, there is the media psychological war that is going on, and many of us need to be awake to it. And that is why we need our own platforms. We're not here spewing hate. I'm saying that categorically. We are here to enlighten, to empower us. The information that we need to be able to take control of our continent is something we need to have in our mother tongue. Those information is hidden from us. and then they allow, they put forward the things that are actually going to close our minds, make us actually forget who we are and believe in the lies that we've been told. How are we doing? 300 something on the beat. Miles, greetings and welcome, 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 welcome. So I'm just trying to make sure this goes is going ahead as planned. I do apologize. I'm trying to make sure the landscape thing works, but I don't know if I've got it right. I don't want to change things too much because I don't want to miss things. But anyway, we will do what we can with what we have now. Can I close that? Is it possible to close that? I can't close it. Okay. Anyway, we will next time I'll fine tune that. So, greetings, greetings, greetings. I'll go 42 seconds, something like that. Let me see. So okay. That's about 5,500 likes. Come on, let's get to 8,000. Come on, I'd like to get to 8,000. Let us get to 8,000 likes, then I will begin the show. I'll be grateful for that, please. Thank you. Can we get to 8,000 likes? And that'd be great. 8,000 likes. And of course, we welcome gifts as you're watching. We welcome your support. Yeah, everything that is being done here, we truly appreciate. Like I said, we have over 33,000 followers, and we've got a few subscribers. What we would like is for you to consider subscribing to this platform, Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. 1 second, please. Let me just make sure I tilt that up a little bit. That's better, I think. That's a little bit better. Sorry, that was just, yeah. So, yeah, I think that's a bit better. So, we would like you to consider subscribing to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. There is a lot of work that we want to do, and that requires supporting and encouraging. We saw what they did to Africa Stream. Africa Stream has reached a lot of people, and as you know, because they are speaking truth to power, they were shut down on YouTube and on I think is it X Space? I think it's X Space. I'm not sure, or either YouTube or Instagram, and YouTube and Instagram, I believe, or X Space, one of the two. But I know YouTube was taken down. And thankfully they are on TikTok. But I hope Africa Stream is on Circle. And I would strongly suggest that Africa Stream also goes on Circle. I'm on Circle as Africans. It's an African platform. It is something that we can use. So how are we doing in terms of the likes? Like I said, we're going to go into the broadcast at 8. We will start the broadcast proper at 8,000 likes. And in the meantime, tap the screen and share, and let us grow the platform. If you do like the hoodie, get in touch. Like I said, I've got the information on the side there. I'm going to be, there's a lot of, there's a few things I'm trying to put in place in terms of actually automated ordering thing. And I will get that in place, but it does take time to do that. So for the GoFundMe is the one you see at the top. Then for the hoodie, got the admin at citizenay.org, hoodie 40 beanie 20 PayPal by PayPal, or if you do want the account in the UK, I can also give you that as well. I'll probably put that in the next time. And of course, you can also download How Long Gonna Go to Suffer on Apple and on Spotify. Copy that picture and just click on it, and you'll put in your search engine and you can download the song. The idea for the song is to empower us, to let us know that we have the power to stand up. And the question asks, the song asks, how long una go to suffer? It's asking a question. It is making us understand that we have the power to change things. We don't have to beg. We don't have to beg anybody for anything. There is no need for us to beg for anything. We are. Hi, Nekisha Lewis, greetings and welcome. Welcome. It's a pleasure. Alkebulan, I'll bring you on board straight away. Let me bring you on board. Greetings, Alkebulan. So let me, hope I'm doing this right. Why can't I bring, what is going on with my screen? I can't seem to bring anybody on today. I don't know. Okay, multi-guest. Okay, I've got it. I've got it now. So I'm going to invite you. I'll invite some guests. Now, I'll invite Alkebulan. Can I do that? Yeah, I can. So I have done so. I hope you will let me do it. Okay, 1 second, please. I'm just checking what's going on. So, or throw me an invite if it doesn't work. I'm trying to invite. So, but it's not in dual layout. So just bear with me, please. Just whilst I sort that out. Okay. This is interesting. I don't. It's in dual layout, is it? Just give me a minute. So we will get that going. Why is it doing that? Okay. I'm going to try and get you in, if I can. Invite. Not now. Not now. So there's some things happening here. So beg your pardon. I've never went through this before, and it seems as though I cannot invite anybody. Is it available in dual layout? Okay. Well, I'm going to have to go. I'll come back again, and I'll do it in a different way. But I'm going to have to wait for now. I can't seem to invite anybody. So just bear with me. Alkebulan, I'm trying to bring you on. Normally, I should be able to, but it says no multi-guest in dual layout. And I want to change the dual layout, but I can't see it. Okay. That's what I mean by dual layout. Okay. I don't know how to do it. TikTok rewards you with diamonds on your guest popularity. Okay. Okay. Anyway, I'll try and bring somebody on. So we are almost there. How are we doing? 6.2 thousand likes. Okay. We need to get to 8,000. And that's what I'm trying to do here. I don't know why that is doing that. Landscape is what I want, really. Give me 1 minute, please. I don't know why it is doing that. It is just not allowing me to do anything with the layout. Okay. Okay. So as we're speaking, there is so much to do. I'm going to try and change. I need to drop this picture here. I need to drop the main one. I don't want that there. And that is giving me a problem. That's why I can't invite anybody to the broadcast right now. I'm trying to do that, but it's just not letting me do it. So just bear with me. Introduction. This comment. Oh no, I don't want it. No. It's not available in dual layout. Okay. So I'm gonna try and change something on here. Let me see if I can. I'll just do something. Layout. I want landscape. Okay. I want just landscape. So can I take away? I don't need that one. Delete that one for now. Go back. So just bear with me. I can't add anybody for some reason, and I don't know why. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. We will start anyway. So what I'm going to do is I will probably come back. I don't know why it's happening. I cannot add anybody onto the... okay. Dual layout. Oh, it's locked out. Okay. I cannot change it when I'm on a live broadcast. I get it now. Okay. I won't be able to change the broadcast. I will come back again. But for now, let us continue with what we're doing. So what I'm going to do in that case, how many are we now? I want to get to 8,000. So forgive me, beg your pardon. I can't invite anybody right now, except if I find somebody who's, let me see. It says I might have a co-host. So let me see if I can add a co-host. You need to. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to try and see if I can find a co-host. But I can't see anybody that I mean. That's going to take me time. So today it's going to be a bit of a difficult one. Thank you so much. Thank you for the gift, Alkebulan. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. You're listening. Fantastic. Is my camera off? Can you guys see me? 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 I hope you can see me. I really hope you can see me because I'm on the screen. I can see it myself. But okay. Okay, so 6.5. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. Come on, let's get there. Let's get to 8,000 likes. I'd like to hit that, Thank you. You can see me now. Okay, good. Okay, I know what it's going to, I think I know what it is now. I'm going to just change it for next time. Like I said, I do apologize. Alkebulan, thank you so much. So I'm going to be playing a video shortly. If we get, once I get to 8,000, we would sing the song. Then we will now begin the video, the live proper. I'm afraid today it's going to be difficult for me to actually have people live because for some reason the settings went into dual and I cannot change it during the live broadcast. It has to be changed before. So thank you so much. And I'd like you to consider subscribing to Citizen AI, the platform where we speak truth to power. So let's tap away, get to 8,000 likes. I really appreciate those of you who are joining us. And those who are new to the platform, you're listening to Citizen AI, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll be back. I'll be giving more updates later on. We'll do this for about an hour and a bit or so, just so we can get get this going. Then I'll probably come back again and do another session, but this time so that people can interact. I'm probably going to do this as this is going to be part 1. The other one will be part 2. So just bear with me whilst we make those adjustments. But how are we doing for time in terms of the likes? Are we up to 8,000? I haven't seen that yet. We need to get to 8,000 likes, then we can begin. And I really do appreciate you joining and supporting and the gifting of the platform. I'm really grateful for those of you who are sharing our broadcast. We have a lot of important information. Like I said, we have to now build our own platforms. As Africans, we need to build our own platforms. Thank you, Nekisha Lewis. Let me see if I'm following you. I'm going to follow you right now. Yes. So what I want us to do is let us support each other. So everybody who's on here, follow each other, follow the platform, give the platform. We need to build we have to continue to build our own African family across the divide, across in diaspora, at home, in Africa, everywhere. We need to, look, we are trying to create a vibration that is unbreakable. And that is what that means, that we need to connect, we need to share, we need to follow. If you can subscribe, great. We got a few more things I want to talk about with you. Okay, 7.3. Are we almost there? We're real close, 7.4. 7.4 thousand likes. That is fantastic. Let's keep it up. We're not there yet. Let's get to 8,000 likes and we can begin. You are listening to Citizen AI, the platform where we speak truth to power. Due to my an issue today, I'm not able to earlier on this broadcast. I'm not able to bring guests to come and join and speak live. It went into dual. I'm not quite sure how it happened, but anyway, nonetheless, we will get that. I will get the multi guests back in next time. I can't do it right now because it is not allowing me to do that, and I don't know why. But I'm going to have to make sure. But it says dual layout, and I cannot change the dual layout once the program starts. So that is what was the issue. I understand now. It should be single, but it's fine. So no worries at all. 7.5 thousand likes. Thank you so much for the liking. We really are grateful for your support. Do bear with us. What we want to do is to continue to share very important information. So as you're watching, give the platform, share the broadcast. In this particular section, we won't be able to bring anybody live, but I'll be saying greetings and I'll turn talk to people. So let me say greetings to my sister Alkebulan, because she spoke, and also thank you as well. So I always say thank you for the gift. I really thank you so much. So it is so important. And I also want to say thank you to the lady that actually made me aware that you couldn't hear me speak. And I did say thank you before, but I want to say thank you to her. She really brought that to my attention. Yeah, Matima 822. Thank you so much. Nikisha Lewis, also thank you for interaction, letting me know about the picture not being alive and all of that. So, and that helps. All of that is it helps us to know one or two little things that is happening, and we try and address that. Okay, so let me check now. What are we doing in terms of the likes? Are we 8,000? We know that our numbers are being doctored. The numbers of people watching are being deliberately suppressed. We know that. So it says 7.8 thousand likes, just about 200 more taps on the screen. Tap away, tap, 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 tap. Everybody tap, 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 tap away. Share. Bashir Yusuf, thank you very much. No. I stream on TikTok and also on YouTube. Personality highlight. Greetings, my sister. So I do. I'm right now. I'm streaming on YouTube and on TikTok. Now I do sometimes stream on Facebook, but Facebook, yeah. I want to bring you on board, but I'm so sorry that my thing is not allowing me because I must have I must have switched off the multi guest by accident. So it's not allowing me to do that, but we will do that next time. But leave comments and I will try and read as many as possible. We will do that next time. I don't know what happened. I was trying to make it, dual guest and all of that, dual singular profit port view, but it went dual and it makes it difficult. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, fantastic. Personality highlight. Everybody, please follow her. Yes, follow personality highlight as well. She's a great African pioneer. She really works with so many people, and she tells us. I found out from her. I'd known about Congo, but it was through interaction with personality highlight that I found out about what was really going on in Congo. I read some things, and she told me, and she actually spoke on live about the various people that she's interacting with in Congo. Now she's from Nigeria, but she actually looks at the whole of Africa, and she has a lot of information. Please let us also follow personality highlight. She is a great person to follow. She's got a lot of information, and she's young. And it is very important that we allow we encourage more African youth to speak up. It is really important that we do that. So personality highlights, thank you so much for the work you do. She made me aware. I was through going to her live and then doing some more research. She told me about the 90 million people that have been unalived in Congo as a result of the extraction of our resources. No, you're welcome. You're welcome, personality highlights. This is what we need to do. We have to support each other. It is very important that we Africans know those facts. You will never hear it on the mainstream media. 90 million Congolese people have been unalive since about 2000. 90 million. And that does not even count. That does not even count the 20 million that were unalived in the era of King Leopold of Belgium. So 90 million. And you will not hear this on mainstream media. Let me see how we are now. Okay, 8,000, 8.6. Thank you so very much. Let us begin. So I'm going to first sing the song, How Long Una Go Dey Suffer. It's a song I wrote. We're going to play it straight away. Then we can go into the podcast. Thank you so much. My people, at the way salute. Hey, Me on here. Yes, sir. Share. Come on. Here we go. How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? Yes. How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? Go? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? My people, we don't tire inside Nigeria. That slave camp we dey oh. My people, we don't tire for the country where them they call Nigeria. That slave camp oh. The time done now, where we supposed stand up for our rights oh. Stand up for our rights oh. The time done now, where we supposed stand up oh, for our rights oh, for self-determination. How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go they suffer? How long? How long? How long? Share. How long gonna go they suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go they suffer? How long? Oh, how long? How long? How long gonna go they suffer? Abdul Salam na fake man. Now he put that yeah constitution for your head, yo. Abdul Salam na fake man. A military man come tell una say una get constitution. Na lie yo, na fake, na fraud oh. That yeah constitution. Now in the day close una eye. May una wake up, whoa. Mo kan bere ni o, I just dey wonder. Mo kan bere ni o, I just dey wonder. Mo kan bere ni o, I just dey wonder. Mo kan bere ni o, I just dey wonder. Bere ni o, I just dey wonder. Mo kan bere ni o, I just dey wonder. Mo kan bere ni o, I just dey wonder. Mo kan bere ni o, I just dey wonder. My people, I want make una know say o, self-determination oh, na your right yo. My people, I want make una know say o, self-determination na your right yo. You must fight for your right. You must stand for your right. You must get up, stand up. You must tell your people for your village, for your town, for your city. Any inside country where you there, oh, Atiku, Emiloko, or Peter Obi no be the solution. That the solution, 9 be the solution. Yes. Make una wake up. Make una wake up. Time done now. You be Yoruba man. You be Biafran. I want make una know say self-determination na your right you. Hey, 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 na your land yo. Middle belt na your land yo. Hausa land na your land yo. Biafra land na your land yo. No be Nigeria. No be Nigeria. No be Nigeria. No be Nigeria. Ra 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 oh. Thank you so very much. It's a pleasure to have you join us. Thank you for the gifts as you're coming in as well. Please do subscribe to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. And thank you very much for putting on your dancing shoes, personally highlights and others. The song is designed to inspire us, to get us to take collective action, to free ourselves. We are not free on the African continent, except for the 3 countries you see behind me. Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, Assimi Goïta of Mali, and finally General Chiani of Niger. These are the 3 countries that are free. The rest are not free. And they are demonstrating the freedom that they have in their land as sovereigns by ensuring that they do not allow those exploiting the African continent to remain on the African soil. They have kicked out the French. They have kicked out the US. They have kicked out the Germans. They have kicked out all of those military forces of the colonials from their soil. And they have a right to do so as sovereigns. And that is the point we need for you to understand. And you know what? The leaders of the AES, Alliance of Sahel States, Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, Assimi Goïta of Mali, General Chiani of Niger, they have the total support of the people of the AES. The people of the Alliance of Sahel States support this. They support the men. And the people are actually exercising their sovereignty. You know how? The people of Burkina Faso have been on the streets with placards showing that they don't want the French on their soil. They said the French out. They don't want the US on their soil. That is a demonstration and exercising your rights, exactly, an unlawful assembly, exactly. So they are demonstrating their right as sovereigns in saying, we have the right as sovereigns to tell US, to tell France, Germany, all of the colonial countries that have been exploiting the resources, no, leave our land. So they are exercising those three powers. That is why you see me talk about this. And I want you to really keen on that. We talk about this. You see on the screen next to me, sovereignty, authority, and power. All of those three things, the people of Burkina Faso are demonstrating how to use those powers, how to exercise their sovereignty, how to enforce their authority, and how to use that power. Those three countries, and of course the leaders of the three countries, they are demonstrating what the rest of Africa must do as sovereigns. And that is why we are saying this. Yeah. So it is very... Okay. Will do. I'll do that now. I'll do that. Thank you. Let me do that. Okay. So I'll do that now. Yeah. So there we have it. So there you go. So please do that and help us if you can. I'll just make it bigger. For the PayPal, there's two things. There are funds that we want for the GoFundMe. You can make the PayPal state payment donations to rescue Africans from enslavement in African countries, and I'll come and talk to you in more detail about that. There's a lady there that is actually not just... There are several ladies. There are 18 of them in jail right now that we know of. There are probably more that need to leave. We need to get them out of there because they've been enslaved in Iraq. We don't want that to happen. So this is... Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. So it is really important, whatever funds we make, we would like to be able to actually bring you good news as early as next week or the week after, that we have got one of the ladies out. And then if we get more donations, we'll just get the funds out. Ultimately, what we want is for African Union and ECOWAS to actually intervene and actually ensure that those girls are sent back home without having to pay a penny. But, yeah. I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not. They don't have many of the countries. The nearest embassy is in Riyadh, 500 miles away. There is no embassy. Not many African countries have an embassy in Iraq. And this is another thing. Please, let me say this to our men and women. If you are going to go to these countries, can you first let us start calling the embassies of the countries, Arab countries you're going to go to. Find out if you have an African embassy. If there is an African embassy in the countries you go to, they will be your point of contact. So please, can we do that? Can we begin to do that? And to be honest with you, don't even go to Arab countries because they treat you like slaves. Thank you very much, Peace Africa, and Personality for the gifts as well, and also Peace Africa. Thank you for the gifts as well. Don't go to Arab countries because they treat you as a slave. Do you know that in Palestine, right now, in Palestine, are black people? There's a place called Al-Abid. It's actually a place for black people. I kid you not. I will show you in a minute. These are really important points to talk about. I'll try and see if I can get that out and show you. I couldn't believe it myself that there is a place called Al-Abid in Palestine. So we need... Yes, exactly. We need black lawyers who can help. So if you're a black lawyer and you want to help, get in touch. Yes, get in touch. I've actually I tried to speak to the embassy. Let me see. The Iraqi embassy, and so far they just keep putting me on hold. Let me give you that number as I speak. Actually, I think it'll be good to do that now. Let us share that number. So those of you watching, there is the Iraqi embassy number on there. You can call them up. It is +44 207 590 7650. Now they're only open until 1 o'clock in the UK, but you can look for the other ones in any country that you're in. Start asking them questions. But personality, you are right. We need black lawyers who can help look into the cases too. Very, very important. Please tap the screen and share and help us reach more people. Let me see if I can find that information for you right quick about the Palestinian place called Al Abid. I'll find out for you quickly. Let me just check that now. A place in Palestine called Al Abid, for a place in Palestine, yeah. Were called Al Abid. Let me see if I can find it. I think I've seen something, but I cannot remember if I've got that information from me. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, let me show you. Let us show you this. You need to know this. This is not for you to be upset about. It says African Palestinians who now live in 2 compounds near Al-Aqsa Mosque have called the area home since 1930. They have experienced prejudice, with some Palestinian Arabs referring to them as slaves, Abid. You see, to the neighborhood as slave prison, Habs al-Abid. Can you see that? So this is I'm just saying, we need to put things in context. So the idea, and this is happening all over Arab world. So we bring that for you. It's in Wikipedia. This is not, you can see it yourself. You know, I don't just come and just spew and just say, I like to work on facts. I like to work on facts and educate and enlighten. So it's all well and good we talk about Palestinian and Israel and all of that. But how are we being treated? That has to be, you know. Okay, I'll call the number again slowly. Yes. It is +44 207 590 7650. Yeah. Yes, exactly. They experience the worst because they even have a high fence that prevents them from using the same road. You see that? You see that? So personally, I like to even confirming what I'm saying. So as Africans, we need to know this kind of information. We need to know, we should be seeking out this important kind of information. It's very important. I know it's not what I started off with, but I will come back and talk some more about that. So let us be aware. It's a place, you know, it's called, by Al-Aqsa Mosque. Nobody talks about that. You know, I'm referring to them as Abids, you know, Habs al-Abid, you know, slave prisons. This is, horrifying. Whilst we don't condone and support what is going on there, you know, we must also equally not condone the way Africans are treated in Arab countries. So we will come and talk a bit more about that. Now, I want to play you a video. Let's do this now. Did you know that there is that the first plane ever designed was done by a black man? Did you know that? Were you aware that there was a black man in 1903? He designed the first modern airplane. His name is Charles Frederick Page. Charles Frederick Page. I'll show you a picture of him. Let me see if I can find a picture. Then we'll do a video. And I've got a video of him on YouTube. And I need us, look, we need to be sharing very important news. And I'm looking forward to how I can get myself to Louisiana and see the museum where his works and his patent and everything is being placed. But I will show you a small video of his family. His family, after years of, you know, this man was born, this man was enslaved. And it was during the time he was enslaved. It was in a Jim Crow era. And this man designed the plane. But they didn't allow him to claim that wealth. Instead, he went to the Wright brothers. They call them the Wright brothers. who in 1905 or something, they suddenly found a patent, but the patent came after his patent. These are information that we need to know. So let me see if I can get a picture of the man up so you can get an idea. Then I'll then bring the other thing up. 1 second, please. I do apologize for the mix-up of not being able to bring people live on air now. But I'll come back. I'm going to try and come back. I promise you we're going to come back. And we will do a lot more better job making sure we get that right. Charles Page. There we go. So I want you to see this picture. There. That is Charles Page. That is Charles Page. He is the inventor of the first aeroplane of modern day. But they didn't let him benefit from it. Because why? Because he was enslaved, illegally enslaved in that by the colonials. But that right was claimed by who? The Wright brothers. Can you see? This is information we need to be sharing. We need to share this kind of information. I need us all to be aware. Please tap the screen and share and show your appreciation for the work that we do to try and bring information to you. His name is Charles Frederick Page. Please take a screenshot of this guy. They've now opened a museum in Louisiana. I will show you the details. I have a video which I might play in the middle of a break if I want to have a break in between, about 20 minutes long video. But I'll have a shorter one which I'm going to show you about this man. But I'm going to show you some pictures and things. So let us go and do that now. I'll come back there. So remember that name. I want you to, every African must know this name. Let's share that name. Charles Frederick Page. Charles Frederick Page. You know something? When I was doing the research yesterday, the day before, a name came up for me. A name in my Ifa language came up. And I'd forgotten the name, and it suddenly came back to me now. There must be a significance. That name was Ifafenwa. That was the name that came when I started reading his story. Ifafenwa. So the Ifa loves me and welcomes me. Ifafenwa. You know, that is his Yoruba name in my, because we need to appreciate him. He's an African. So that's the name for, Ifafenwa. Charles. Of course, we know that the English name they gave him is Charles Frederick Page. But I wanted to just put that down, and it was very important to just, to just state that. So it is so important that we know this. The first man. Now let me go and look at the information for you. Let's dig in a little deeper. Now let us listen to the family talk about him. Let's listen to the family talk about him. This is by Clark's Production on YouTube. Look at this. Watch.
In his hands, Joe Page holds the proof his grandfather, Charles Frederick Page, created the first patent of the airplane.
He was well ahead of his time and even thinking that, and trying to get people together to do farming. He did a variety of things.
Charles Frederick Page got the patent for his airship in 1906, before the Wright brothers.
After spending what was probably his life saved.
Did you hear that? He got the patent for the plane before the Wright brothers. But you will never know that. You see, this is why this platform is so important. We need to be sharing information about ourselves. You notice now, the mainstream media will never tell you the story. It is left to you and I, as Africans, to spread the awareness about the greatness that we possess. Let's watch on.
To put this working model together and then paid to ship it off to St. Louis World Fair, and it never arrived. And so I'm imagining that was a huge disappointment.
You see, he paid for money to be shipped it to the fair. It never arrived. It means that the system simply hid that they didn't want the people that they are enslaving to be seen as the source of creating the fourth plane to fly. Let us think about that for a minute. What does that mean? How do you feel now? You're reading this now. How do you feel about this? But I'll let him talk. I'm sorry if I get quite what's the word? I'm quite emotional about it because this is something that we should have known. Listen to what he said. Listen.
St. Louis World Fair, and they never
Watch.
put this working model together and then paid to ship it off to St. Louis World Fair, and it never arrived. And so I'm imagining that was a huge disappointment to him.
Charles Page planned to enter his airship into the 1904 Louisiana Purchase Exposition in St. Louis.
He had to care for his family. He just never saw an opportunity to gather up that enough money again and deny his family of a decent living. So he never pursued it again.
You see that? You see, the system prevented this man from actually carrying out that work. He was denied. Instead, it was given to the people they call the Wright brother. I'll show you a bit more details, but let's carry on for a minute.
Katie Williams believes his airship could have won the competition.
I think it was actually, number one, probably found by someone who didn't want it to get there and was destroyed, or it was stolen.
Here lies Charles Frederick Page, a black man who was never recognized for his contribution to aviation. But instead of giving up, he became a farmer and a family man.
He made bricks, he made coal, which was fuel at that time, commonly used for. And there were just a number of things that he did to try to better serve the community.
Katie Williams says she enjoyed hearing stories about Charles Page growing up.
I love him even though I didn't know him. I love him as my grandfather.
The Page family is grateful to Michael Wynn for bringing their grandfather's story to the public.
Not only historical markers needed, at one time the England Authority was considering a mural at the airport. I think that mural should be done. I think in every venue we can, we should remember and teach our children about Charles Frederick Page.
As they walk towards their grandfather's grave, Katie Williams hopes the city of Pineville recognizes who her grandfather was.
When I say our children, Afro-American children could look forward to that somebody at that stage in time had the tenacity to do something like that. They certainly can do it now.
Charles Frederick Page built this cemetery because of his love for people. His family asks the city of Pineville to recognize his accomplishments and honor his legacy. Keisha Swafford, ABC 31 News, that works for you.
Okay, so so that was by Clark's Production. So and I say big thank you to them. So it's not mine. I don't claim any rights to it, but it's very important to have that information there. You know, and there are so many African pioneers that the real greatness that they've done has been hidden. They've been suppressed. That is why we can no longer rely on the mainstream media. We need to really blow our own trumpet. So remember that name, Charles Frederick Page. So he sent his work and everything, sent it off for it to be part of the trade fair in Louisiana, if I'm correct, if I'm whatever it's called at that time, I can't remember. And then they didn't want him to get there. They didn't want him to be the first one with that plane because you dig? These are the realities of what we face. So let me go and look at that, and I'm thank you for watching that, for seeing. Let me go and look at a bit more video about him now. Let me go here. Please don't forget, you can download How Long We're Not Going to Suffer. You can download it on iTunes. It's also on Spotify. Sorry. So you can download it on Spotify. It's on Spotify right now. So you can do that. But let's go to the next bit of what I wanted to show you. So I want to show you the where is it now? 1 second. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. Sorry about this, guys, but we will get there in the end. There is something I need to show you about the work he did. Okay. Okay. So that's it. So there he is. So Louisiana Office of the Lieutenant Governor, Department of Culture and Recreation and Tourism, Office of State Museum, Pioneer of the Skies, the history of the Charles F. Page, opening at Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport. This was in July 2024. You see how recent, see how long ago. They hid this, they prevented him from getting that greatness in 1903. And it's only now, over 100 years, 100 years after they denied him, that they are now acknowledging it. You see why we need to tell our own stories? You see why we must tell our own stories. I hope you all see this and it resonates with you. It's very important that we do this kind of work. We want people to know our greatness, because we know the mainstream media, they are engaged in hiding our greatness from us. They are engaged in that. And that's the reality. And we need to make sure that we as a people begin to blow our own trumpet. We begin to make ourselves aware of what of the things that our ancestors have done and how they've, the greatness that they possess. We can't live in the hands of those who have been, enslaving us, colonizing us, exploiting us. We must blow our own trumpet. Please, you're watching Citizen Network, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please do share. And let me show you the pattern. So it says here, there's a word I want you to listen to here. I'm going to read this to you briefly. It says, the Louisiana State Museum, Civil Rights Museum Advisory Board will unveil a new exhibition, Pioneer Skies from the Freedom to Flight, the history of Charles Frederick Page, at Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport, Level 1, behind the Jazz Garden stage near Baggage Claim on Wednesday, July 3rd at 11 a.m. The exhibition will run from July through to September 30, 2024. Oh, it's a shame. So it's only a short time, but there must be a permanent memorial that must be put in the area that the family talked about, so that we can actually have that there. And there must be a statue of this man put up as well. So that obviously is closed now because we're now in October. That would have been something to see. Now I want you to listen to the words I'm about to say here. Charles F. Page, aka Ifafenwa. I'm going to say that. I can't help it. I'm going to say that because I want him to have an African name, because we have to make sure that we welcome him and we say it, Cabo, and I salute him. I'm in awe of what this guy did, even though they tried to hide it. Charles F. Page, formerly enslaved man from Pineville, who invented an airship, and in 1906, during the Jim Crow era, received a patent for his airship, notably for the Wright brothers. So you heard the story now. Now you know that he sent it off, but they never got him, they never allowed him to he never got that patent on his hand, or it was way too late. They allowed the Wright brothers to go ahead and put theirs forward. And now they claim that Wright brothers were the ones with the first modern aeroplane. Not true. Not true at all. You have the evidence here. So now I will show you the Wright brothers. I will show you. Now it says here, yeah. Anyway, that's in a sense the story. You've had the family. Please tap the screen and share. Help us grow the platform. You're listening to Citizen NY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We're showing you a lot of things. There are so many things that we don't know. The greatness that we possess as melanated people around the world. So I'll quickly show you the US patent. Here is the patent. That's the US patent there. You see? I'll show you. So Charles F. Page. You see that? 1903, 4th of April. 24th of April, 1903. He applied. He was only given October 4, 1906. By which time, of course, the Wright brothers have now laid claim to the first ones to be flying the plane, have an aeroplane. But his patent was before theirs. He applied in 1903, but they didn't allow it to be recognized because they knew it was a. Can you see? Let us think about that for a minute. They denied the legacy for his generations, for his great work. And this is why we're saying we can't trust the mainstream media. We can't trust the mainstream media. And this is a perfect example why we say, please support media like ours. Subscribe to Citizen AY. Because we go and delve into information and bring that information to you so that we are better informed. Please, this is so important information that we're sharing here. So important. Please tap the screen, share, hit the like, give us thumbs up, and subscribe to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. It is so important. Walt, thank you very much for that comment. I'm going to follow you. So we have to retell our own stories. I encourage you, as you're watching, follow the broadcast, follow me, this platform. This is Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We endeavor to empower, to encourage us to know that we have the power to really make a massive, an amazing change. And it's time for us to awaken and know that the African continent, there are many more talents like this, but because of colonization, where all those talents have been looted, stolen, taken away from Africa, and the true development of Africa has been hijacked, truncated, and we need to put a stop to it. This exemplifies why I say we need our own African media. We must support each other. So please give the platform. Take a screenshot of that. You can take a screenshot. Let me make it bigger for you. I'll do this. So you can see on the screen there. That is the patent number. You see that? 8648B1/62. You see? That's the design there. The one that the family were holding. But they never allowed it to be there because it was a black man. So US 817-442A. Sorry, I beg your pardon. So that's the patent is US 817-442A in 1903. He was finally granted application 4th of October when he had placed this in April 24, 1903. You see, over a year. In that time, the Wright brothers now laid claim. You see that? I'm showing you this. I need you to understand. In 1904. You see that? So who doesn't know? Tell me who doesn't know that what has been done? How do we know that the Wright brothers were not the ones who actually got this and then put it together and then stand there? Can you see that? Can you see? Are you guys seeing? How do we now know that they did not steal the work of this man? Because he was the first one. We need our own African media to tell our own stories, to tell our own narratives. Because any great things that we do is being constantly suppressed. Case in point. This is reality. So the Wright brothers were the first. If you look at their patent came when? Look at that. The patent came when? 1905. You see? 1905. Let's have a look. So, you see, they try to put all of this. They did not allow the man to claim the work. You see? In 1904, they developed the Wright Flyer 2. You see that? Whereas he had done his in 1903. You can only come to one conclusion. They must have had either somebody gave this to them. What Charles Frederick Page, aka Ifafenwa, what he did. Either somebody took it and said, no, I tell you what, you guys go and design this. We don't want them to claim it. But whatever the case may be, he had done this in 1903. 24th of April 1903. Please let us remember that. So we're shining a light. We're shining a light for this great man. If there's any exhibition where this is being done, and in fact, one of the things I'd like us to consider, I would like to have this exhibition being shown. I'd like to see if we can organize this exhibition to be shown in Burkina Faso, to be shown in Niger, to be shown in Mali, because we want to inspire the imagination of the coming generation. And we want it to be shown in truly free African countries, not in the puppet nations. The people that deserve to be showing this kind of thing around the world, in Africa, have to be great men like this, to be showing the great work of this man here, Charles Frederick Page, who you see there. To show the work, I'm going to move that here. I'll be in the middle. So that is his patent. So I want you to, I'm putting it on the side because I need you to, we have to relearn. You can see when we say that everything we've been told, can you see now we cannot trust the Bible? We cannot trust the Quran because the story has been written and been doctored. This man never got to benefit from his hard work, from his invention. Somebody else, the Wright brothers, were given the work, the hard work he did. It was stolen from him. The recognition he deserved was never given to him until he was long gone. Over 100 years later. 100 years what? 4? We're in 24. So 1424. 120 years later to be exact. You see that? You see why we need to begin to share our own stories, tell our own stories. This is why I encourage us. Please, as you're watching, you're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We try and give you very authentic information. We go and do a lot of research. You see, I put it together. There is a family, which you saw the video. And I thank you so much to the Clark's production who did that a few years back. But it's worth showing. And I'm already subscribed to them. Let us follow each other. We need to rely, the only news we can trust as Africans is our own information from ourselves, because others have ulterior motives. If they're trying to write things and tell us about our own story, they're gonna change things, they're gonna remove things, they're gonna twist it, they're gonna make it look completely different. Only we can tell our own authentic story. Please subscribe to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth power. Help us grow the platform. And I want to give a round of applause to the man. They haven't done it. I'm doing it here. You know, great man. Salute. Charles Frederick Page, aka, I say that, Ifafenwa. I am saying that because I am acknowledged. I'm acknowledging his melanated, beginnings and connection, because they tried. They didn't even want him to be even. This is the reality. So when you hear that the Wright brothers invented the first plane, we all know now that's not the case. Arike, okay, thank you very much. So this is very important information. And again, I suggest, I beg to suggest, I need to, Vaname, thank you, welcome. We need Charles Frederick Page to be his invention and design. I would love the family. I'm gonna find a way to speak to somebody. He must be the family, if they can, they must go with that invention to Burkina Faso for a few months or something, and then go to Mali, and then go to Niger. The reason I'm saying that is because when African kids see black people, African men, doing great things, it will inspire them to do more. You see, we need to change our mindset, and we need to actually keeping it away from us. They are separating us from what is the greatness that we possess every time, and we need to put a stop to it. So I'm giving this particular a lot of airtime because I want us to really understand what has been done. I've got a video that I shared on YouTube. You can share that, and let me see. Nobody's on there. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. So I have a video on YouTube that I've shared on him. So just type in Charles Elf Page and you'll see the video. At the time, I didn't have the family connection established, so it wasn't part of it. But nonetheless, the video itself is worth understanding, because it's got all this information in it. And I might probably play this again in on TikTok. So please, I beg you, share this worldwide. And we need to find a way. We have to find a way for the people of Burkina Faso to have that exhibition with a statue of Charles Frederick Page, aka Ifafenwa, to be in the museum. So our young children will be able to go to Burkina Faso, either whatever the museum is, and watch the greatness of a black man. This is something that is so powerful that we can't ignore. And I mention those 3 countries because they are the true free African nations. The rest are puppet nations. Fact. They are puppet nations. In Nigeria, there are people who are inventing every day. The Nigerian government ignores them. So I don't even want to go to Nigeria. But I know that Burkina Faso, they will give this airtime. They would same thing in Mali, same thing in Niger. They will give this the proper spotlight it deserves. Nigeria will just I mean, this man was denied his greatness. How many times has that happened? How many times has the denial of our greatness as melanated people, how many times has that happened? Thousands of times. Thousands upon thousands of times. So please, I urge you, let us make sure we remember this man. And if there's a museum, I know there might be a place they're trying to raise for him, a permanent place in his place of birth. If they do that, I will go there, and I will actually do a program from there, because this is it. It deserves that kind of attention. It deserves it. So yeah. Anyway, what are your thoughts? How do you view this? I'm so sorry that I'm not able to do that live thing that I would normally do. I pressed the wrong button and it cut out the multi-guest. So I will be changing that in the future. That will not happen. I didn't realize that that was going to happen, but anyway, it does happen sometimes. Well, thank you for the likes and the gifts, and please subscribe to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak to about. So yes, now we've spoken about him, and I'll pull away from there. So we're gonna go now talk about the next thing. This great woman here. Let's talk about the next one. Here, no, not that one. Sorry. Okay. Not that one. Sorry about that. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna talk about this. A few days ago, Charles went to Australia as a sovereign, as a so-called sovereign, Charles of the UK. In the UK, he's known as a king. Okay, fine. Greetings, Vaname. Thank you for the gift. Mark, also, and those of you who are gifting, thank you very much. So he was in Australia to celebrate Australia Day. Did you know that actually what they call Australia is actually Aboriginal land? Yes, it is not. There's no such thing as Australia. No, it's Aboriginal land. They wiped away many of in some places they actually wiped out the entire race of Aborigines, and then put in what is now what they call Australia. A lot of the people that was imprisoned in this country was sent by the UK to Aboriginal land, and they took it over. But they don't want to tell you that story. Yes, prisoners in the UK were sent to Aboriginal land. But they don't want to, but then, and now he's now telling us as a sovereign. But they don't want to tell you that story. They want to airbrush it away. Let me do something. I don't like to just talk. Before I go, let me go and look at this. Prisoners was sent to by UK to what is now known as Australia. These are stories, that we have to tell as Australia. Okay, so let me just do that. Yeah. Watch this story now. So again, they are fighting themselves, seeking to preempt the French colonial empire from expanding into the region. Britain chose Australia as the site of a penal colony. You see that? You see that? They chose the site. They chose. You see, when people talk about this is in 1787, okay? So, as of 1787, there was no such thing as Australia. I'm giving you information. We need to know our history. When somebody comes and tells you, oh, I'm Australian, do they know what they're saying? Do they understand when they're telling you that they are Australian? Do they understand that they are on stolen land? The Aborigines of that land were swept away. They were MASSACRED with a huge GENOCIDE. Because I don't know what TikTok will do if I start using that word. There was a particular people that were wiped out. So now you can understand. So it was again they're having a who's going to take the land. The land doesn't belong to them. It's important to provide this context because when we talk about this, people, I bet those who are calling themselves Australians don't even know this history. But you can see it on the screen. The people that were the first so-called the people that were brought on and forced and imposed on Aborigines were convicts from the UK. You hear it. Seeking to preempt the French colonial empire from expanding into the region, Britain chose Australia as the site of a penal colony. What is a penal colony? Let us look at that. A penal colony or exile colony is a settlement used to exile prisoners and separate them from general population by placing them in a remote location, often an island or distant colonial territory. Can you see? The great-grandfathers of Australians were what? British convicts. It's in black and white. I didn't write it. That's what's there. That's what we do on this platform. We do research. We speak truth to power. You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. If what we are doing resonates with you, I'm so sorry I can't bring you on air. We'll do that again. And probably when I finish, I'm going to do a second part of this and I'll do that better because I need that interaction. We do need that. If what we're doing resonates with you, kindly subscribe to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Help us share our broadcast. Help us reach more people. It is really important. It is very, very important that we actually begin to do that work. It is so important that we start really telling our own stories. And the reason I'm touching on this, melanated people, Aborigines are melanated people. This is the same they did to all colonized lands. Exactly. Vaname, greetings. So true. So true. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. So we are doing this to raise awareness. Very important that we continue to raise the awareness. Let us raise the awareness and please tap and share the screen. Help us reach more people. And this is important information. Now let me go and show you. Now one of the descendants of the Aborigines did a protest against Charles yesterday or day before in Australia when he went to celebrate their so-called Australia Day. And what is Australia Day? It's marking the remembrance of the day they colonized Aboriginal land. That's what it is. Malanga, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate the gift. Thank you. It is, let me just say thank you very much, Malanga. Thank you so much. I'm going to say that and I will do that. Thanks so much. So, when they tell you they are remembering Australia Day, all they are simply doing is marking the day, the time when they colonized the land that belongs to somebody else. Let's get that right. This is, thank you. Thank you so much, Vaname. Thank you. It is so important that we understand that narrative and we never ever allow anybody to tell us something else. We need to understand that. Now let me see what they did. There was something they do. They wiped out is it Canberra? How UK wiped out. Let me just tell you this thing. How UK wiped out. Yeah. A colony wiped out Aborigines on an island. Yeah. Let's read that again. Let me just show you. Okay. So, yeah. They call it Black War. So, not Canberra. It was called, what was this place called again? Tasmanians. So they wiped them out. Yeah? Yeah? Listen, I'm going to just show you. There was a last, they wiped everybody out of Tasmania. All of them were wiped out. Literally. All of them were wiped out. There's a picture of you see, Aborigines Committee. You see? Now, I'm trying to just show you. I don't want to read too much into it because I will do this separately. I'm going to come back and do this. But I just want to show you that they wiped out the entire island of Tasmania. So let me just go and do that. We'll come back there. So, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Tasmania genocide. There you go. So I'm just going to, I'll come and do that properly. So you see that? So I'm just showing you, Arthur's correspondence in his dual commanding. I'm just showing you rough idea. We can do more research. I will actually come and do a program properly on this. But I'm just telling you that there was a genocide that took place. And there was melanated people, Aborigines, like you and me. They look like you and me, that were wiped out in creating their Australia. It was on the blood. Australia was built on the blood of the Aborigines who owned the land. So, in that context, I don't want to go too far. We'll come and do this later. In that context, I want you to listen to this. I hope I got it there. No, not that one. No, sorry about that. There we go. Now, this is Lydia Top, an Aborigine. Lydia Top. Exactly. Exactly, Vaname. Well said. Well said. Correct. Correct. To demonize. Again, you see, they demonize the name. Tasmanian devils. To demonize the name so that everybody will not associate anything. Whereas they are the ones who actually wiped out, I'm going to actually come back and do a story on that properly. I don't want to get too far into it. But this is what I want you to see. So King Charles was there on the 21st of October, I think, or yesterday, I think, or day before, to celebrate the Australia Day, the day they now, you know, decided to rename a land that belongs to Aborigines Australia after they spilled the blood of the people, and they carry out the genocide in Tasmania. So listen to what Senator Lydia Thorpe did. Greetings. So sorry about this. I'll come back in a bit. I'm just gonna do this. So listen to what she said. Listen to her words.
Give us what you stole from us. Our bones, our skulls, our babies, our people. You destroyed our land. Give us a treaty. This is not your land. This is not your
Greetings, Aderemi.
You are not my king. You are not our king. I wanted to send a clear message to the King of England that he is not the king of this country. He's not my king. He is not sovereign. We are sovereign. To be sovereign, you have to be of the land. He's not of this land. We have been demanding a treaty for decades and decades. There is a sophisticated genocide going on against my people. We have almost 24,000 Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander children that have been taken from their families. We have over 600 deaths in custody with not one officer ever being held accountable or responsible. We have the rape and pillage of our water, of our land. We have mass incarceration and mass suicide rates in this country. How can he stand up there and say that he's the king of our country?
Did you see that? I'm going to play it again, but I want you to understand the significance of that and how that ties into what I said at the beginning. We are sovereigns, we have authority, and we have power. And the words she said, Komiko Swag, thank you. Sorry, I'm gonna bring you guys next time. I'm so sorry this is not working right now, but we'll get there. So you see, she talked about sovereignty, that you're not my king, you're not sovereign. For you to be sovereign, she said, you have to be of the land. Charles is not of the land. He's of the land in the UK. Granted, his ancestors and all of that in Europe. He's of that land. But he's not a sovereign of Aboriginal land. And that is what she's saying. And that ties into why we need our people to know that we are sovereigns, we have authority, and we have power. Those three things. I hope people are understanding what I'm saying. We have sovereignty, we have authority, and we have power. Let me play it back again. And I want you to really understand and listen to the, we need to share this message. It's very important. Watch.
Give us what you stole from us. Our bones, our skulls, our babies, our people. You destroyed our land. Give us a treaty. This is not your land. This is not your land.
You see, she said, this is not your land. Thank you, Komiko, for that. This is not your land, she said. This is not your land. And this is a message we need to share on the African continent. No colonial has any right to African land. They don't have a right to own a single piece of African land. No African is coming to Europe to claim European land. Nobody. But they're coming to claim our land. What she said, this is not your land. You are not my king. You are not sovereign. For you to be sovereign, you have to be of this land. Let us listen on a bit more.
I wanted to send a clear message to the King of England that he is not the king of this country. He's not my king. He is not sovereign. We are sovereign. To be sovereign, you have to be of the land. He is not of this land. We have been demanding a treaty for...
You see, as she's speaking there, I actually thought that was the original flag, but that's the flag there. There is this thing whereby they stick when they have this belief in Europe that once they stick the flag in the soil, the land becomes theirs. Listen, I'm laughing because it is so ridiculous. In the Berlin conference, they wrote specifically that sticking their flag in the land means that they own that land. So when you see the man in the background there with that flag, with the flag flying, it's a symbol of, oh, it's sticking to the ground. So it's like a complete connection with the flag flying. That flag is a symbol of this land remains Australia, above the will of the sovereigns. You understand? Above the will of the sovereign. And that can't be. And that is why her message is so powerful. And it connects firmly to the message that we've been sharing on this platform. That you are sovereign, that you have authority, and you have power. Let's listen on again. But keep in mind, just watch that flag. The flag is designed to let you know, on that land, Australia reigns. But you need to know that that land does not belong. It's not Australian. It's Aboriginal land. It's a land stolen in 1787. I've told you. Convicts were sent from the UK. If you are convicted in UK, what does that tell you? For you to be convicted in the UK, you have to have been living and been born in the UK. But then they were taken out of UK, sent to Australia. Can you see? They are not of the land. And we have to break all of this down. Literally go into minute details. So that those who want to come and play, oh, it's our land. We've been there. No. We know what you did. We know exactly the route you took. So when they come and tell you, and we have to be doing this in our communities to awaken every one of us up. But let us listen a bit more. I'm probably going to play this one more time, but yeah.
For decades and decades, there is a sophisticated genocide going on against my people. We have almost 24,000 Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander children that have been taken from their families. We have over 600 deaths in custody with not one officer ever being held accountable or responsible. We have the rape and pillage of our water, of our land. We have mass incarceration and mass suicide rates in this country. How can he stand up there and say that he's the king of our country?
See that? So there is a current genocide going on in that country against the people who owns the land. Still ongoing, just as it is ongoing on the African continent. Can you see that we have to really interact? Can you see this? You see, we have to interact and really understand. And when she's standing there, she's doing the right thing. She's wearing native clothes there, and her Aboriginal clothes, you know, and telling the king,
give us what you stole from us. Our bones, our skulls, our babies, our people. You destroyed our land. Give us the treaty. This is not your land. This is not your land. You are not my king. You are not our king. I wanted to send a clear message to the King of England that he's not the king of this country. He's not my king. He is not sovereign. We are sovereign. To be sovereign, you have to be of the land. He is not of this land. We have been demanding a treaty for decades and decades. There is a sophisticated genocide going on against my people. We have almost 24,000 Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander children that have been taken from their families. We have over 600 deaths in...
And those who are doing the taking of the Aborigines of their land, they are not of that land. They are simply, thank you very much, Komiko Swag. They are not of the land, Aboriginal land. They are part of the people that was brought in from their grandfathers are prisoners. Their grandfathers are prisoners. They are criminals. Please tell us, please. Tell me. I don't know the meaning, but tell me, please. It'd be good to know. Vaname, type it in. And it might be worth looking. I can search it out, I'm sure. But tell me, please. It'd be good to know. For others to know. It's an opportunity to learn for all of us. So please, Vaname, go ahead. Talk to us about it. Like I said, I'll come back and I'll make sure that I can multi-guest next time. Don't know what happened. So if you, whilst you're doing that, we can, yeah. Alkebulan, thank you so much. Outcast, there you go. See that? So Australia means outcast. You see that? Yes, exactly. The worst criminal in England. Exactly. So, yeah. Exactly, well said. So these are things that we need to understand. So we support, she said it, for you to be a sovereign on the African continent. That's what I want you to understand. For you to be a sovereign on the African continent, you must be of the African continent. You must be, your bloodline, your genes must be from Africa. In the UK, for you to claim to be British, an Englishman, your bloodline, the food, the soil, there is a connection. So when they say they are Australians, it's an invention. It's not real. The only real thing are the Aborigines, you know. If you didn't go in their natives, you are sent there to serve you out, serve out your time for your, exactly. So this is what is so important to understand. And it is important when she said, you are not my king. You are not sovereign. If you are not born on our land, you can never be sovereign. We need to remember that. And that's why I say that you are a sovereign. When you have got African descent and there is a connection and you are born on the soil or your ancestors are in there directly, this is what must happen. Exactly. I know. He's not. Yeah, he's German. That's another thing. Prince Albert of Germany married Queen Victoria. Yes, Prince Albert of Germany married Queen Victoria, and that's where, so they have a connection with Germany. But it's all Europe, you know. Exactly. It is fashioned after British rule. So we need to really understand when she says that you are not my king, you are not sovereign, you are not of our land. It is an important point that we Africans, when we're talking about people knowing that they're sovereigns, they understand that you have, for you to be a sovereign, you know, for you to own land on African soil, you have to have that connection. And all of those in South Africa who are not Africans, who are laying claim to our land, they're not sovereigns. A time will come when all of that will change. A time will come when all of that has to be reversed. And in whatever part of Africa. Please tell me which African person is trying to lay claim to any part of Europe. I'd like to know. Are there any African trying to lay claim to any part of Europe? You won't find it. But Europe labels us, tells us we are this, we are that, but will not leave us be on our land. And that is why we're doing programs like this, to enlighten, to empower, to make us know Yeah, the only difference between is we use guns, but exactly batons, exactly. No, not they use GUN. Sorry, I shouldn't say that word. So I'm saying that because it's important for us to understand that the Aborigines are they are melanated people, and they are oppressed, and the genocide is genocide is being taken out, is being done against them as we speak. So we need to make sure we connect and we understand as melanated people around the world. Same in Haiti, in America, in Brazil, in Africa, all of these places, Argentina, it's going on. But because of the mainstream media making you forget what they're really doing, and they talk about something that is not to keep you occupied. That is why we have to come and tell the story. So please understand that as Africans, we are sovereigns. We are of that land, born or direct blood, clear connection with our ancestors or relatives or grandparents. And then finally, of course, we have the power because we are sovereigns. Very, very important to do that. I'm gonna, I'll probably be rounding up on this. Let me do one more thing, then I'll probably come up. Let's see. Yes. Okay, so I've talked about that now. Let me go to do the next thing. So what was the third one? Update on the GoFundMe. So we'll come back again. Yeah. Exactly. Well said. Adiremi, spot on. So let me just put that on. Say, reply that. Spot on. So we are going to come back again anyway, and hopefully we'll get Langa, thank you so much. Komiko Swag, thank you so much. So we're going to go for the update on the GoFundMe. Now, let me go and do that. So far, the GoFundMe for what you see on the screen here. There's a GoFundMe. We're trying to raise the funds. We talked about it earlier on. Let me just quickly view. So, this is the GoFundMe. These are African women currently enslaved in Saudi and in Iraq. But we know that there are men and women enslaved not only in Iraq, but they are enslaved in Libya, in Morocco, in Egypt, in Algeria, in Saudi Arabia, in UAE, in Yemen, in Palestine, in Lebanon, in Iraq, in Iran. These are the realities. But African Union is doing nothing about it. So we want to, and I like what my sister, Personality Ally, said. We need lawyers to get involved. But for that to happen, we need to make sure, and that's why we are supporting the likes of Alliance of Sahel States. Because Alliance of Sahel States is about defending the rights of the people on their land. African Union does not protect Africans inside Africa or outside Africa. ECOWAS does not protect Africans inside Africa or outside Africa. Yeah, all Arab provinces. Yeah. It is so important. It is so important that we understand that this work that we're doing here, we must not relent. One of our sisters, because I'm not able to bring people live right now because I pressed the wrong button. One of our sisters is currently what's the word? Oh, I should have done this. I've got a few minutes. I'm going to play a video, see if I can do that actually. One of our sisters is currently in Iraq as well, and we need to be able to help her to get the help that she needs to get out of Iraq. Her passport has been taken. Like many of the like everybody you see on there, she has only a photocopy of her passport. She wants to go back home. She's raised some funds, and so far we have raised $210, £210. Now each of the girls need an average of $1,800 each. $600 to $800 to pay for the Iraqi police that have enslaved them for months, and then the remainder $800 to pay for the ticket to fly them home. Now The lady, she's raised about 400 to 500. We need another 600 to 800 ourselves. We've only got 210 for her. And of course, not just her, all of them. But what would be good is if we could get her home, and then we will do a live broadcast on this platform where you will see her talk and be able to, and she wants to actually take part in what is going on in the awareness in our African communities, to make us aware that going to Arab countries to do any work as Africans is a no-no. They see us as slaves. I've just shown you. Even in Palestine, they see us as slaves. Yeah, modern day slavery, slave labor. Absolutely, absolutely. So we have to be it is sickening. We need to put a stop to this. So whatever you can do, if you can donate via GoFundMe or the PayPal me, which you see here, PayPal me/OTVR, Rescue Africans from Enslavement in Arab Countries. If you make the funds into the PayPal with that reference, or just put RAFEIAC, and I will transfer the funds into the same account as the GoFundMe account, whatever I receive, and then we'll use that to get Grace, one of girls, home, and then others who are still in prison. That we know there are 15 of them in one jail, but there are so many more girls. There could be as much as between 1,000 to 500 African women working as slaves right now in Iraq. But that record, African Union should have that record of exactly where their Africans are in any part of the world at any time. But they don't have that record. They don't even know. They don't care. It doesn't concern them. And this is why. Grace. Yes, Grace, thank you. So Grace is on here. I'm sorry I can't bring her live right now because the network, what I did, I pressed the wrong button. So what we need to do is to really get that up to try and help. I want to try and get as many people as possible, So please sub, help me reach my goal. I really do need that, Okay, let me see. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay. So we're going to start now. Okay. Anyway. So what I'm trying to do is to really get that going. Keep really help, to raise awareness about what they're going through. The ladies. And Grace. Grace is there. I'm sorry, leave a comment for us, Grace. She's raised some funds. And in fact, I want to say thank you to Bantu Queen. Bantu Queen has given Grace, literally, yesterday, she gave her $50. I don't know if let me see if Grace has sent me something. If she sent me that, you know what, I'll show it on the screen. So Grace, give me a minute. Let me I forgot to do that yesterday. I remember you spoke to me, but I won't be able to connect today, just right now. But I'm going to do something quickly. Where is it now? Grace. Okay. There we go. I'm going to show you something. This is Bantu Queen. She sent this to her. So let me see. So I don't want to show the details too much because it's just Bantu Queen has been very helpful. So she sent some money, $50. So yeah, there we go. I don't want to show anything. I don't want to necessarily show you too much detail. But anyway, if I can. So that's the amount there. So that's the amount there. I think we can show you. That's the amount there. I don't know, or you can't see it. Anyway, I'll see if I can do a screenshot. Sorry about that. See if I can do it. Let me see if I can do a screenshot of it. Forward. I'll see if I can forward it here. Let me see. I might be able to do it. And I'll see which part I show. Forward. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let me try something here and see if that will work. I just want to see what you're saying, that's all. She sent 50. thank you to her, directly to Grace. And so whatever we can do to help is great, you know. I mean, okay. I just want to make sure first, before I share it, that it doesn't have information that shouldn't really be shared. I want to make sure. Okay. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much for that. I'm not going to mention her name. She may want to, but thank you very much. It's sent by, oh, sorry, beg your pardon, completely. This is by Verna May. Wow, she kept that quiet. Verna May has kept that very quiet. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Wow. So, yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to see the amount. How much is it? Cash pickup. Yes, exactly. Amount. So, let me know, Verna May, are you okay with me having to share that? Because, yeah, that is fantastic. This is awesome by Verna May. I'm really, wow, I'm chuffed. Yeah, sorry, it's Verna May she was talking about. Okay. So I will show it briefly. She sent the money and she's got it. And it's all the money, part of what she will use in getting the ticket. Is that correct, Grace? Let me know. Just say yes. I can't bring you live now. I have to do it again. But I really want to really make sure this works. So please help me donate to that GoFundMe. So this is by Verna May. I don't want to show too much, but this is the amount, and that is the amount in Sierra Leonean dollars and money. She sent $50. Equivalent is 1125 in Sierra Leonean dollar. That fund Grace will use to go to add to the funds that we need. We want to add these funds that are in here to that to help her to get out of there. And when she comes out, Grace is going to be on here, on this platform, and we will be able to see her face. And she will be able to be part of the process in waking up others as well, telling her story. And she cannot tell you 100% everything that's happened because she's still there. And now I think she's about to hand herself to the police as well. But I'm going to come back and we'll talk more about that. So please donate to the Rescue Africans in Enslavement, from enslavement in Arab countries. Donate via GoFundMe or PayPal. We really do need that support. That's what I wanted to state as I'm watching now, as you're watching. You know, you just saw, I just showed you the copy of that now. The funds she gave to Grace. Very, very important that we do that. You know, so yeah, I've got that information. You know what? Let me try and call her. She may be able to talk to me here. I'm going to call because I can't bring her. I'm going to bring her. I'll call her right now. So, and she can tell us because I'm on the phone with her. I cannot bring people on, but I can do this now. Okay. Hi, Grace. Good, thank you very much. We're live. I did something wrong with my system, so I wasn't able to bring anybody on. But I'm glad we're speaking. So, I saw the gift from Verna May. Verna May, thank you very much. Fantastic. It's from Verna May. I didn't understand. Yes. So, that's correct, right? And I've seen the receipt, and I just shared it on air, just briefly, so that, you know, but I've not, it's no location or anything, so that's fine. So, please tell us what your plans are, so people will know.
Good day, everyone. I'm planning because I've already arranged my things. By this month end, I will go to the police station and report myself. And I'm like I say, I'm trying to get the information of the lady from Nigeria who they refused to pay her salary and report her to the police because she took something from the house. They said maybe she stole something.
You see this
Meanwhile,
now?
She did not steal it. She took it
because they didn't pay her.
With that action, they will be able to
pay
her money.
Yes.
So she's in the hands of the police.
Wow.
And the other 15 ladies they catch. One of them, one lady, she told me I will give you her number. So she said today or tomorrow she will give me one of them their number. I said okay, no problem.
Please,
so I will
please
get
do.
in touch with them.
Yeah, please do.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, I will try.
So, I mean,
I'm trying my best.
of course, of course. Listen, we know you're trying to raise some funds, and you're going to go to the police. When you do let me know. Right now, what document do you have on you? Is it just the photocopy of your passport alone?
Yes, yes, yeah. We don't have our passports in our hands, because once you arrive in the airport or in the office, when the Baba take you out from the airport, they will collect your passport from your hands. So there is no way you can be able to get it back. No, they can't give it to you back. Maybe if you are fortunate, but if you see that there is no way for you, you have to rescue your life. You have to leave. You just leave your passport. Yes, because these people are damn wicked people.
Wow.
Very, very wicked people.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, I asked for my passport. I told the woman, I finished my work with you. Give me my passport, let me go to the office. I called the office. The office man, he rejected me. I told you. And then they starved me for 1 week, no food. How can I live? So I decided to leave the house and leave everything for them. Yes.
So are you can all hear what she's saying now. Her passport is not in her hands, only a photocopy. That is inhuman treatment right there. Thank you very much, Vaname, for the great work, for the donations, and we really, may the Most High, may our ancestors continue to replenish you and be with you, and give you more glory and achievements. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. But what you'd say now, people need to understand. Our men and women, our passports get taken when you go to Arab countries. Stop going there. Even in Palestine, I can't believe it. Even in Palestine, we're slaves. Even despite everything they're going through, just think about that for a minute. That is sickening. So we'll come back again. So please, again,
No problem,
can you, before you go, just talk to people how important this is, whatever help they can do in terms of helping not only yourself, but the ladies you're speaking about, if they can donate, please.
I always think about them, because once I get out from here, I'll not turn my back at them. I will never do that, because they are my sisters. All the Arab countries, they are not good for us just because of the situation in Africa. So we need to love ourselves. They need to provide jobs, especially the women, the young boys. You see them losing their lives. It's look to buy every day. Let me tell you, every 2 months, 3 months, you hear death case from black people in the hands of these so-called Arab people. But we never did it to them in Africa.
No.
We never.
No.
We never. So this is the time for us to come as one and support our sister by providing jobs for them. They are ready to work. We blacks, women or men, we are very hardworking. So I just want them to support the GoFundMe and to see what's best. Anyone that come out of that place, they will give their own testimony.
So when we finally do this, I've actually asked you if you could come live with us and tell us what really go on, and because people would like to,
I will go this month. I will go to the police and hand over myself.
No. What I mean is that when you finally come out, we want to bring you live on here.
The day I come out, the next day I will come live.
That's correct. That's what that's
very
because we need that to So please, everything. Yes. So everything that we're doing now, because we cannot show your face, because if you show your face or talk,
there's a problem.
Yeah. So and that is why we're not doing that. But please, anything you can do to give, I want to say thank you very much to Vaname. This is so important, and thank you for saying that, for joining me now. I'll call you back again. I'll be back again later. Thanks. Thank you. Bye. So that is Grace there. She's one of the girls, and she's working, even despite her situation. She's still connecting with others to try and make sure that they get the support. African Union is giving African people the support, men or women, in Arab countries who have been enslaved. This is one of the things that has to change it's got to change forever. So please, donate to the GoFundMe. You've got the details on the screen there. Go into donate something, £5, £10, whatever you can. And thank you so much to Vaname for the work she's doing in that donation. I'm really, really chuffed. And it actually let that be a motivation for all of us. I'll be giving a call as well, and to see how we can, you know, and do things and get all of us to really do the same thing. That's a perfect example. And I want to say thank you to Vanna May for that. I'm really grateful, and all of you watching as well. You know, we have to look out for each other in that manner, in that vein. It is very, very important. One more thing I will say is that please don't forget, go to the GoFundMe, PayPal me /ODTVR, and then Rescue Africa from Enslavement in Arab Countries, or REFAC, and put the donations in PayPal if you can't use GoFundMe, and I'll transfer the funds. And once I transfer there, whoever makes that donation, I will mention your name if you want me to. If you want to remain anonymous, that's okay. You know, exactly. They do not want to die, so they have to fight us to keep us complacent. Exactly. Well, I understand too. They don't want to be on the live. I understand, yes. But so that's the work we need to do. But I will come back and talk about this again. So we've done that now. So the third thing, the final thing I want to talk about is this. Now we come to the fourth point. The continuation of the talk about the constitution of 54 African countries, translating them into our local languages and how you can help, you know. Funds, you give funds. Your generosity, let me just, anyway, I'll speak. One second, please. I'm just writing something down. I'll come back. So I want to just talk about this quickly. So please continue to tap and share and like the broadcast. I'm probably going to have to go and do something, but I will come back where I can. I'm going to try and do something quickly. So thank you very much for that. Now I want to talk about the Constitution. You all know I'm making some inquiries right now about getting the documentation, this paperwork here. What you see on the screen is ready, almost ready. We might still have to make one or two adjustments to it, but it's principally the Constitution in local languages. We are going to, thank you, yeah. So you're very welcome, Vaname, very, very welcome. So we have the Constitution now, the Yoruba one, and I've been in touch with 3 different people in different areas about how to get those information out on ground. So we are looking at the costings of the documentation, and then costing of actually how we're going to organize the training, because people who are going to be there, we have to teach them how to use that documentation, and then how to pass that message on into the communities. So we are waiting for some information to come back. You can do the same thing, or you can help us. You can help us, you can help us really by donating to the platform. And one of the things you can really do to help us on this platform is to subscribe. If you can subscribe to the platform, that would be great. If you can subscribe to the platform, that would be awesome. That would be fantastic. We need to, because if you give us that support, it means that we are able to now focus on getting those things out there. And all we are doing is going with the constitution of each of those countries. And you can also take that on and translate it into your local language to help in your community so they know their rights. Remember, I talked about sovereignty, authority, and power. When they know their rights, they will make sure that they don't allow others to exploit their resources, like you've seen. So it's very important work that we're talking about, Yeah. Okay. They are. I see. Well, I'm not surprised. They are censoring, I know. But the thing is, that's why I say, please, if you're watching, go and join Circle Africa. CIRCO, Circle Africa. Join Circle Africa either on Play Store or iTunes. They are on there. Download and subscribe to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak to Twitter, and other platforms to help us grow. We need that support. So this is the final piece of of what we wanted to talk about today, to make sure that we are able to, yes, Circle Africa, yes, exactly. So you can join them. It's getting bigger, and we will do more of our discussions on there, because it will be African platform. We're not going to be, it is on You can get it on either Play Store or iTunes. It is an African. Let me show you. I'll see if I can show you. Let me go into it quickly. They may not like it. They don't like us advertising anything on here, so they seem to restrict. You see, my numbers are down here because they don't really want us to be showing anything, but that's fine. Let me try some here. Seco Africa. There is another platform that I'm on at the minute, but I will come and talk about that. So this one here. No, not that one. So let me just see. Where is it? Yeah, so I'm just going to show you. So you can download Seco Africa like this. Install on Google Play. Yeah, Google Play. Sorry. So you can download it. Okay? So it's African based. Let me do something quickly. I just want to check something. Give me 5-10 minutes. I'm going to just be back. I want to check something. I want to play something. Whilst I'm away, I'm going to play this. Okay, 1 second. Is that it? Yeah, it is there. Okay. Give me 1 sec. Then I'll be back in a bit. Then we can then wrap up. But I want to, beg your pardon. No. There we go. So we're gonna play this again. So anyway, so that's the work we're doing on that. I'll give you more updates. Yeah, exactly, absolutely. So correct. So give me a few minutes. I'm just gonna play this, and then I want you to. This is something I did earlier on. Watch it and let's see what happens. Hi there. Welcome to Season Hour, the platform where we speak truth to power. As ever, please do go ahead and subscribe to Season Hour on YouTube. Watch for a minute, please. I'll be back soon. On Instagram, on Facebook, and help us grow the platform. We really do appreciate your support. Thank you for joining us. We have a great honor of talking about this great man. We came across this story and we just to help us share it on this platform. As you're coming in, please do subscribe to the platform where we speak. How do you go ahead and subscribe? I'll show you. Subscribe, hit the button, give us thumbs up. Thank you so very much. It's a pleasure. This man, this great man that you see on the screen, let us talk about him. I'm going to pause the broadcast. We're going to pause. Yes, let me pause there. This is the welcome. Let me just make sure I get the volume down a touch. Communicating and keep it. There we go. Okay. So now, this is Charles Frederick Page. He did something that many of us are probably unaware of. It is not before time. I was going across and I saw this, and I felt it was something we need to share as Africans and many people around the world. We have to make sure that any great news about ourselves around the world that we share, it pleases me more than his greatness. It's so shiny for us to see. No matter how long we try and hide up the truth, guess what? It will always it's like the truth will just come up, and it's amazing. His name is Charles Frederick Page. He was a slave. They enslaved him. He wasn't born a slave. He was enslaved. Okay? Our history began way before slavery. I encourage you to read a book called Ivan Septima. They came before Colombia and Columbus. I think it's something like that anyway. Ivan Septima. And then you will see the real greatness of African history. And that's just one area. Let's not even talk about the pyramids and the many civilizations that we have across the whole of Africa. We're the beginning of everything, and I say that unashamedly. Many of the great things you see around the world, you know, that melanated people populate the world. I just wanted to take a minute to really appreciate this man, because what we're doing, we're trying to inspire the coming generation of Africans to know their history. This is hidden history. Charles Frederick Page, great man. So let me go forward. He he invented the first airship, what is now known as aeroplane, in 1903. I've just shown you his picture with the patent. That's the patent that you're seeing on the screen. That is his patent, and he was a slave or enslaved is the word. I need you to understand that, because there are so many things that have been put forward, but it is so important to know. There are some brothers that are claiming that they were the first inventors of the aeroplane. We have the clear evidence here, and I'm going to give you further evidence to back up what I'm saying. But that patent number, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to cry and see. Can I make it? If I don't get it there, I'll get it that way. There is a patent number that I can read out to you. You can go and search it yourself. So let me read the patent number to you. US 8174428. US 8174428. Wow. You don't know how happy this makes me feel. You don't know how happy this makes me feel. His story is finally out there. And please share it. We need to let the vibrations of this great man, Charles Frederick Page, let it reverberate around the world, so that coming generations of melanated people, they know the story, they start seeing that greatness within them. We've been hidden for so long. This is our time now to really wake up. It is such wow. I just look, I'm trying to find the words to say. Yeah, I'm in awe. Now let's go and read the story in a bit more detail here. And it's printed on, you can see all of this. Louisiana Office, Lieutenant Governor Department, Culture, Recreation and Tourism, Office of State Museum. So it's Louisiana. So nobody will say, oh, you know, something else. No. You see it there. And the name of the office of the lieutenant is Barry C. Landry. Pioneer Skies, From Freedom to Flight, the history of Charles F. Page. So they're opening at Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport. Monday, 1st of July, 2024. This was recent, but can you imagine? All of this has been hidden. But then they're easy calling you all this N-word and all of this stuff. Can you see? Can you see? I'm going to read a bit more. And I find it emotional. I do. Because when you've been reading stories, when I've been looking on views, I remember seeing videos of the so-called inventors, and the name was something like the Jim, what do you call it again? The Wright brothers were supposedly, you know how they were, the ones who built the planes. But of course, it now turns out that they hid the story of Charles Frederick Page. I just love saying that name. I would like to see. I can see the African in him. I can see it. It's there. It's him. He's African. You can't dispute it. He's melanated. Anyway, I am just so excited. I can't even put it. I am so excited. I look at this and I'm just like, wow. Now, let us read a bit more. Can I do this whilst that's happening? I wonder. I'll try and play it and then I'll come back. So that's the patent that I read to you there, but I'll read it again. Let me just do something. Can I do it another way? No, it's okay. So now we carry on again. I just have to stop there because it's really, yeah. So, I mean, this great man, we should be telling his story all over the entire world. Black man invented the aeroplane. Yes, true story. True story. Okay, so whilst that is going, let me get the background, a bit more background for us all. Okay, so like I said, New Orleans State Museum, and Louisiana Civil Rights Museum Advisory Board will unveil a new exhibition, Pioneer Skies, Freedom to Flight, History of Charles Frederick Page. What is sad is that this was not able to be realized in his lifetime. It's only now, and they want to put it as a footnote of history. No. Oh no. You ain't gonna do him like that. No way, we're not gonna let it happen. We are gonna shine his light. So when you get this broadcast, share it. This great man that you see behind me, he is there. They are standing on his shoulders. Melanated people, Alkebulan, African, whatever you want to call it, we know who we are. It's time to rise. Let us bring out our stories. It's very important. I am proud. I am so glad. Let's read on. So now, I want to read you a little bit section. It says, Charles F. Page, a formerly enslaved man from Pineville who invented an airship in 1906 during the Jim Crow era. Now you can see straight away that because it's in the Jim Crow era, they don't ever want greatness like this to be attributed to the people that they're enslaving. And you see, oh, this is, let us take it in. Let us take it in. And he received patent for his airship, notably before the Wright brothers. Are you hearing me? I hope you're hearing me. I'm gonna do one better. I'm just gonna get that picture out again if I can. Wow. Oh man. Yeah. It is. This is deep. Yeah. This is deep. And I want to just share it. If you're melanated, or those who like to see, right, a wrong righted. If you have that passion for righting a wrong, I don't even have to tell you before you do what I'm about to ask you. I don't have to tell you. You have to share the story. So I wanted to bring it. So that's him. I'm going to put it there. They want to cover his face. So let me see that you can see. So you can see the patent is there. See, that's the patent. US 817 442A. That's it there. I'll go and read that bit more, okay? So don't let anybody tell you that we didn't invent anything. The plane that they're flying is invented by a black man. Let us just let that sink in. Oh, this is really something. And everything else. Please share this. Every children, every melanated person must know this message, must hear this message. So anyway, let's carry on. Pioneer Sky delves into the rich history of aviation. Charles F. Page, a formerly enslaved man from Pennsylvania who invented an airship in 1906 during the Jim Crow era, received a patent for his airship, notably before the Wright brothers. The exhibit also mentioned other pioneering individuals and groundbreaking events that have shaped the skies over Louisiana and beyond. The exhibition features a historical narrative of Page, a scale model of the Page airship, and a timeline celebrating contributions of diverse Louisianans to the field of aviation. So I don't want to read too much into it. I'm gonna go and get the Wright brothers. In fact, you know what? I'm not gonna bring them up. No. It's there. It's in black and white. Very important. If I ever have the opportunity to go to Louisiana, I'd actually like to go. I would actually like to go to Louisiana. No, I'm not from the States. I'm UK. I'm African. I want to see this with my eyes. How do you feel about that? As a melanated person, how do you feel? They have hidden this story in the back pages for so long. Everybody says it's the Wright brothers and all of that. We've done it. You know what? I'm just going to do a quick search to see that we have to do our research. Let me go and see what it will say on Wikipedia or anywhere. I'm just going to type it up. Let me just do this. Who invented aeroplanes? Let's see what they put in. Yeah? Aeroplane. Yeah? Let's say, I'll even go airships. Yeah? Let's see what comes up. Okay? There you go. So, can you see the faces on the airships? Yeah? Oh, hold on. One sec. So, like I was saying, you see, it says here, we put different names. When was the first airship invented? Let's have a look. 1852. Okay, fine. Aeroplane. Okay, let's see airships. Okay, aeroplanes. I'm just trying to see what names they put in. Aeroplanes. Yeah. So, okay. Now that's exactly the point I wanted to make. Now look on what you see on the screen. It says Wright brothers. That's what it shows you. You see why we need to check. This is what it shows us. No, I don't. Sorry, I don't want to see that. Sorry. There we go. I just wanted to just see. You see why we have to tell our own story. Now, it says here, Wright brothers, 1948, 1912. Can you see 1905? Can you see they put 1905? In 1904, they developed the Wright flyer. All of that. Let's go and look at the UK. You see, it's 1905. I'm telling you this. Look. So they hid the story from us. So they said it was 1902 and 1904. See that on the screen? Are you seeing that? That's the Wright brothers they're talking about. But the man that did the work is this kid. Oh, Charles Frederick. I've got his patent there. Let me just make sure I give you that picture in the middle of it if I can. So I'll move it here and I want you to just see. So I want you to just see, you know. As a melanated person, how do you feel about this? Make sure our children. There's so many stories, but I'm just telling you that aeroplane was invented by this guy. Not the airships, aeroplane. So this guy came before the Wright brothers, and you saw it. It's written in black and white. It's not from my mouth. It's not me telling porkies or spreading false rumors. They claim to be the first one, but look in the story. It says here, you know, notably before the Wright brothers. You see? Notably before. I want you to see it. You see that? Pioneers, there's Charles F. Page, yeah, a formerly enslaved man from invented an airship, and in 1906 during the night received a patent for his airship. I don't think it was. I don't think it was 1906. It was 1904. So I don't know if they're doing that deliberately. You see, it's 1903. I don't know what they were doing. Can you see? That's why I want to show you. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to zoom in. I want you to see it yourself, so that don't take me. You can see. Application filed by individual 1903-04 24 424 1903. Can you see that? Granted 1906. So he already started the work in 1903. Yes, it was granted in 1906, but he filed it in 1903. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the platform where we speak this time. If this moves you, please share. Please let it reach as many people. And we would love you to do us a big favor. Subscribe to Citizen the platform where we speak truth to power. If you would like this t-shirt, get in touch on www.citizenera.org. Leave your size, the quantity. This hoodie is £40, and this is £20. The hoodie. It is here to help us in promoting this platform and carrying out the great work of actually showing the greatness that we Africans or melanated people around the world possess and be able to shine a light and speak truth to power. As it states, Citizen Era, the platform where we speak truth to power. Let me just urge you, please, if you can, subscribe to Citizen Era. Click the button. Give us thumbs up. Help us reach more people. Share this message. Wow. I don't mind telling you that this is very emotional for me. And I would love to go to Louisiana. I'm even thinking, I'm beginning to think this is something I actually want to do. I actually want to go and see this with my own eyes. I don't want to just watch pictures. You know, I've never been to the States, but I actually want to go and see this with my own eyes. And just keep in mind, as we say this, the Wright brothers are laying claim to the fame that they are the first ones. This man's patent was all the way filed in 1903. Got the patent in 1906. Let's see when they got their patent. So 1904, yeah. You see, they said 1903, 19, all of that stuff. But this is the first man, and the book says it there. You see it. It's not me saying this. This is by Louisiana Office of Lieutenant Governor, Department of Culture, Recreation, and Tourism. So this is not fake news. There's nothing fake about this. Please do me a favor. Share this. Share. I am emotional like crazy right now. I'm just holding it together because we have to. Many of us didn't know this, and I want many Africans around the African continent to know this story, because we need to start recognizing the greatness we present to them. Others have their greatness. It is time we reclaim back ours. From the pyramids to the longest earthworks on Earth in Benin Republic, in the Bronze Age, and the bronze heads in Yoruba Kingdom, to so many other things. The kingdom in Zimbabwe, where they didn't use cement to build the bricks, it is still standing. Look, we have work to do as many people. We have to tell our own stories. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to Citizen Era, the platform where we speak truth to power. I hope you found this beneficial. Let me just, before I roll out, I'm just going to keep the patent number and his face on here going around. I want you to really take that in. This is real. And you can see on the screen there. Let me just drop that down a touch. You can see. This is Louisiana Office of Lieutenant Governor. So this is not a fake story. This is real life. This is factual. Thank you all so much. Okay, so please let us get familiar and say that name, Charles Frederick Page. I can see his name. Fafenwa in Yoruba, that name comes to mind. Fafenwa, you know, so the divination loved me into existence. Fafenwa, that's the name that keeps popped into my head. Right. Yes, thank you very much for that. Thank you. I hope you found that. I hope you found it. Inspiring. We are very inspirational people. We are spiritual beings, and we are beginning to. I think we are beginning to recognize the greatness that we possess as people. We're not diminishing anybody else's light, but we're just simply allowing our lights to finally begin to shine. That's all. Yeah, it is design, exactly. Wow, really, by design. You see that? Earth Angel, very good point. Thank you very much. I'm really sorry, guys, that due to the thing, yeah, it's very inspiring. It is indeed, Vitamin. I'm gonna be in touch. Um, what I just wanted to say is thank you all so much for joining the broadcast. Thank you for really taking the time to be part of this shared broadcast. There is work to do. You see what we're saying now in terms of the Constitution. The same thing that's happening in America or in Aboriginal land or in Africa or in Brazil or in all of those places. It's the same thing around the world. We are facing the same problem. But now we must be the ones shining a light on our successes, on our great stories. And we have to retell those stories. And that is why platforms like this is important. We urge you to subscribe to us if you can. We have a goal. We would like to get to, 400 subscribers. That's the goal. And we would like you to help us in doing that. Can you help? Can you do that? It's really important because the work we want to do is to really begin to connect and tell our stories. I'm going to come back later on, maybe today, again, and talk about the three men behind me, Miriam Traore, Asimigota, and General Chiani, as ever. And the people. Please, one message I want you to be aware of, that the people of those three countries, Ibrahim, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, they are exercising their powers of sovereignty. And they are standing up. They are proud of their language. In those three countries, they are encouraging people to speak their local language. We need more of that. I mean, what Aderemi just said now, did you know that there are 63 million homeless in the great place in the United States by design? These are shocking stats, but we need to really be aware of it. But like I said, what we need to do is to begin to take control on our African continent. We are sovereigns, we have authority, and we have the power to do so. And we have to make sure that we tell those that are coming over to take over our land and say, no, this is not your land. You are not of this land. You are not born, or you don't have a descendant that is of, that you can say has been a direct connection with the ancestors of this land. The ancestors that you have as a South African is, your ancestor is in Europe, not on African continent. And you cannot be laying claim to the land that belongs to Africans. You would not accept an African laying claim to European land. So why are you laying claim to African land? These are the things that we need to start speaking about, powerfully, exercising that power of sovereignty, and also in our local language. Our people have been conditioned to accept injustice. We need to reject it. We must begin to reject that. Let us tap, and share the broadcast. And I really find I'm so glad that many of you joined. Wise man, greetings. I'll be back again to correct that change, that thing that happened earlier on. But before I go, of course, we will sing the song that I normally sing. And please do, we welcome donations. And we welcome your support. We welcome donations. And we really do need your support. Can we get to 20,000 likes on the broadcast? It's about 3, that'll be good, maybe more. So tap the screen and share, Yeah, what I will do, I can't, let me see, can I make you co-host? I wonder if I can't, because I need to bring a camera on with a co-host ad. So let me see if I can find anybody who's a co-host with me. Can you be a co-host? I'm trying to, I'm like I said, I'm learning this now, but I cannot see how that works. I need to do something to it. I've got to add the name of a person and all of that. But I'm going to have to learn that in the back end, and I'll do that another time. I'll make you co-host next time. It's a time we'll do that. And I want to start doing this play together thing just to broaden the experience of what we're doing. But like I said, it is important that we carry on with the work that we're doing. So the platform here is designed to to empower, to wake up, to awaken, to share knowledge. And we need to tell our own stories. We can't allow our stories. Look at this story that we just shared now. The man did a great stuff, and it was taken from him. It was no doubt the Wright brothers. The patents that they're using is probably exactly the same thing as the man's patent. but they took it, they hid it. The man, they said he was lost. They didn't tell him anything, and next minute this guy came up and do this. So it tells you they stole something that doesn't belong to them. And thankfully he had the evidence of the number and everything else. So this is really important for us to begin to tell our own story. To be able to tell our own story, we need our own platforms like this, you know. Really, just 400,000 followers. We are not gonna, that's why I'm saying go to South Africa. There's one other platform that I know of that I'm gonna actually I'll try and do some work on there. I'll see how I can go there live and talk about things. There's a platform, I can't do it now, I'll have to look at it. But Seco is a good platform that we should go to as Africans. We're not going to be deterred. We won't be deterred. We need to, because you see, they do not want us. You see, they recognize that, I mean, this is shocking. They recognize that we are speaking, we are waking up. And they recognize the power of social media. They are not able to control that power. We are in our place and we're having more and more people to wake up. So they want to put us asleep. And we have to reject it. We cannot go back to sleep. We cannot go back. We cannot go back to sleep. And it is very important, the work that we're doing, waking up our people. Like I said, we have a goal to reach 400 subscribers. Can you help us in that goal? Monthly, we'll give you updates of what we're doing, and you'll be involved in the programs of what we're doing. And subscribers, we want to actually be able to have particular, as we're growing in number, I want to have meeting and discussions about ideas and suggestions that we can actually, you know, birth from within the membership, and then we can roll that out. Because what we want to do is to make sure that we continue to create a snowball effect, you know. TrueTube, wow, I am stunned. I'm gonna I'll see if I can look for it. Yeah, I'm gonna try and look for it as I speak to you now. TrueTube, let me see if I can find it. 1 second, please. TrueTube. Let me see if it comes up. TrueTube. As in TrueTube. Is it on YouTube? I'm sorry about it. It's not out yet. Okay. It's been developed. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So yeah. So I mean, it's very important that we carry on. You know, it is not because what we want to do is we want to start having ideas. Those if you're subscribing, definitely we want to hear ideas, because the reason why you are subscribing is because you clearly believe in our ethos, a very simple ethos, speaking truth to power, and you are conscious that we have been denied that truth. And that is why you are a member of Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. So we would very much like to hear your thoughts on actually the kind of action we can take, and actually, you know, we want to test out the ideas from members. Obviously, being a member gives you that chance to actually share your ideas, and actually we can actually put it into practice. Not saying that ideas from the general public will not be tried out, no, but the focus, because we are more in-house and we're now listening to things and having regular meetings in that particular way, in that space, we can develop and birth things that would really be effective and network a lot more deeper. So there are benefits to, you know, membership, of course, and of course the merchandise and things. There'll be discounts to merchandise like this if you become a member, that kind of thing, you know. So it all flows in the, you know, all we're trying to think of is how to make sure that we have the funds in place to start taking on projects, meaningful projects that we can actually work on and give regular updates. So yeah, I've put this, you see it now, there's a goal of 400 subscribers. Let us do that. Let us do what we can. Subscribe, help us, because the more we do that, the more it makes it easier for us to really reach you know, to do a lot more things and spread the news about a platform like ours. And ultimately what we will do in the end is, I mean, I have a website already. www.citizenry.org. I'm going to try and make sure we get a newsletter put in place. That will probably be our first point of call. But of course, TikTok is a good platform for us to use, and in getting our message, far and wide, and of course, then more and more getting the website to take on that role. But always, it's better to be able to maximize the impact of our information that we're sharing. We always ensure it's based on truth and fairness and balance. It's not about hate on this platform, and I hope that message is very clear to those of us all listening. We know the numbers are down. We know they're doing something to it. I don't know what it is they're doing. Over 20,000 likes. Thank you very much for that. I'm grateful. Thank you so much. Before I go, let me do one more thing. We're gonna sing the song "How Long Will I Go Suffer." It's on the screen. Please download it and share, and help us reach more people. Subscribe to us also on Citizen AY2 on TikTok as well. More and more, we'll try and do some more of our shows, and it's an app. Okay. So, but okay. Let me see. Okay. I will. Anyway, we'll talk some more. Thank you so much, Gloria. Thank you to everybody. Before I go, let us play the song. You know what we do. I'm gonna play that song now. How long una gonna suffer? Go something like this. Season AY. My people, oh, I throw hello. Hey, huh? Well, now here. Yes, sir. Here we go. How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? Oh, how long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? My people, we don't tire. Inside Nigeria, a slave camp we dey oh. My people, we don't tire for the country where them they call Nigeria. A slave camp oh. The time done now, where we supposed stand up for our rights oh. Stand up for our rights oh. The time done now, where we supposed stand up oh, for our rights oh. For self-determination. How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go they suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go they suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go they suffer? How long? Oh, how long? How long? How long gonna go they suffer? Man, I'm not fake man. Now you put that yeah constitution for your head, yo. Abdul Salam na fake man. Now military man come tell una say una get constitution. No be lie. Na lie yo, na fake, na fraud oh. That yeah constitution. Now in the day say, close the eyes oh. May una wake up, may una wake up oh. Moka Berenio, I just they wonder. 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 Berenio, I just they wonder. Moka Berenio, I just they wonder. Moka Berenio, I just they wonder. Moka Berenio, I just they wonder. My people, I want make una know so. Self-determination, oh, now you're right, yo. My people. people I want make una know so. Self-determination now your right, yo. You must fight for your right. You must fight for your right. You must get up, stand up. You must tell your people for your village, for your town, for your city. Anytime country where you there, oh. Atiku, Emiloko, Opita Obi no be the solution. Now the solution, now be the solution. Make una wake up. Make una wake up. Time down knock. You be Yoruba man. You be Biafran. I want make una know say self-determination now your right you. Hey, 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 Yoruba land na your land yo. Middle belt na your land yo. Hausa land na your land yo. Biafra land na your land yo. No be Nigeria, no be Nigeria, no be Nigeria, no be Nigeria. Ra 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 oh. Thank you so very much. Thank you. It's a pleasure having you join me. I'll be back again later on. I'll probably do a live or go live on the device itself. One thing I wanted to say, thank you so much for the gift and for the like, and for those of you who are subscribing. Consider to subscribe. The more you subscribe, the more you help the platform. We need your support. Thank you, Vaname. Thank you, Adireme. Thank you, Gloria. Thank you, Alkebulan. Thank you, Malanga, Komiko. Everybody that's donated, Alkebulan, and all of you who watch and share the broadcast. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful. I'll be back again to give you further updates. In the meantime, thank you for watching. You've been listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth power. One more thing I wanted to say before I go. You see, in Africa, we need to understand something. The countries that are currently called African nations have not been created by Africans, not by sovereigns. And that is why we need to reclaim it back. So the steps being taken by the likes of Ibrahim Traore, Assimi Gocha and General Chani, they are reclaiming back African land. They're taking over possession and the people are with them. So we need that to happen right across Africa, because all of the other countries right now, they are puppet nations being controlled by the colonials. No colonial is controlling AES. I want us to remember that. No colonial is controlling the AES. So with that in mind, I thank you so much. I'll be back later on. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much, Linda and Vaname. I'll be in touch. I'll be in touch with you as well. For now, thank you so much for watching. You've been listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Do bear in mind, email me and get in touch. Thank you very much for that, Komiko and Vaname. I'll be back later on. Thank you and bye for now. Bye all. Bye. Bye all. So I want to check something. What the heck happened there? I don't know what happened. Yeah. Why was that? So sugar to our layout. Okay. Landscape. That's what it was. That's what it was. Okay. Okay. Portrait. Landscape. This is it. Add capture on display. So let me just do this. Ah, that was what did it. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So Sorry, I was just checking something. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back later on. Season why the platform where we speak truth. Bye for now.